The Flow Champions Cup semi-final is brought to you by Flow, KLAS ESPN Sports Radio, Phase 3 Productions, and Locker Room Sports.
Hello there, sports fans, football ones in particular. My name is Ian Andrews, and alongside Owen Hill, we're bidding you welcome to the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. It's the venue for the first of two semi-finals in the Flow Champions Cup. Owen, Harborview versus Reno, the first one. Cool conditions here, but I dare say it may not necessarily be that situation when the match has started.
It's going to be a fire match, Ian, and I must say Harborview versus Reno always brings out the fireworks. These teams are hungry. They want to win these finals, but the first step is to get the better of either opponent in the semi-finals, so it's going to be tough. It's
going to be a tough game, I'm sure. Reno, a team that dominated football in the 90s, the late 80s. Could this be the catalyst for their resurgence?
Well, they want to use it as a catalyst. The first possibility for silverware for them early in the season, and I'm certain that it's going to be like that for them. I mean, the game is going to be tough, and they want to win, and they're going to play hard.
And, of course, Harborview home advantage, do you think, so to speak?
Somewhat, but Harborview more accustomed to playing here, but it's going to be a tough game either way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live here, and we're going to be tossing you now to a feature on both teams in terms of their path to the semi-final.
Let's try something else.
Harborview, popularly known as the Stars of the East, were up against Humble Lion at Effortdale in the round of 16. It was a hard-fought game with chances few and far between. In the end, it took just one goal to seal the issue for the Stars.
Scored our goals, that's it. Scored our goals. We saved it all for the last couple of minutes to score this goal.
Here are some facts on Harborview FC. Harborview then travelled to St. Mary's to meet Highgate in the quarter-final round. Harborview were pushed all the way and eventually came up 2-1 winners to advance to the semi-finals.
It has been good. We haven't lost so much. You know, if you lose, you're out.
To reach a semi-final of any competition is always good. You know, it's a major achievement. It shows that you have put in work to get thus far. So it's a good feeling. And it's always good to have a lot of football being played. Fans coming out and enjoying themselves.
Let's try something else. Let's try something else.
I'm waking up to ash and dust.
Reno jumped into the competition with a game against St. Anne's Louis Strikers at Drax Hall. The Strikers offered as much resistance as they could muster, but Reno won 1-0. Then came bigger and better opposition in the form of Rivoli United. The encounter at Rome was tougher.
Well, we take it stride by stride. It's a knockout competition, so we just want to win.
Reno scored first and then had to fight hard to go ahead by a goal to eventually win 2-1. Here are some facts about Reno FC. Reno then had to travel to Clarendon to tackle Sporting Central Academy in the quarter-final.
It was a good one. It was a hard-fought game against Sporting Central at home. We know it's a tough game, but we prepare for it. We are in the semi-final, you know, and it's a knockout competition. As we say, we plan ahead, plan for the team we're going to play next, and we just treat it as a knockout competition. We are in it to win it.
After a constant ding-dong affair, Reno came out 1-0 victors to get another semi-final spot.
Let's try something else.
Okay, welcome back, sports fans. Here we are live at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex, getting ready now for this first semi-final between Reno FC and Harborview. Let's look quickly, Owen Hill at the lineup. In goal, we have Dennis Taylor. Then we have Alburn Facey, Rianda Vassell, Rondell Morris, Codine Smichael, Casey Bromfield, Hussein Hines, Afiba Chambers, Kirk Foster, Aldane Grant, Zavion Anderson, Patrick Graham, the coach. Of course, the reserves, Aldane Grant, Linville Wilson, Andre Jarrett, Romain Lewis, Chad Blair, and Paul Beswick.
For Harborview, you have Mitchell Barrett in goal, Renika Clark, Damian Anderson, Rosario Harriet, Nicholas Beckett, Kevon Freighter, John Ross Edwards, Macaulay Tolo, Ranique Muir, Jeremy Lynch, and Damon McNeish, coached by Andrew Hines. And on the reserves, you have LeVar Williams, Christopher Harvey, Damian Harwood, Dejani Isaacs, Michael Hines, and Severa Murphy.
Andrew Bauer Hines, a coach, a former national defender himself. Looking at the gathering, I can't say a large crowd by any means, but that's certainly not going to be an indication of the excitement that we're expecting for this game.
Certainly, and I'm certain that wherever you are, you need to come on hand here because it's going to be a tough encounter. Just looking in the crowd, you see a number of national players being here, and the coach and manager of this national team, Carvel Stewart, and his counterpart on the sidelines.
Okay, and of course the FIFA flag and anthem being played in the background as the officials making their way out, followed closely by the teams. Reno versus Harborview.
FIFA anthem now being played, the official FIFA song, and it signals fair play.
Yes, indeed. Reno kingpins of football in the late 80s and 90s. Not sure if they were hibernating all these years, but this could be an indication that they're back.
Line. And meeting the head in the greeting party, Mr. Michael Rickett, the Vice President.
The greeting party there. We see Vice President of the Jamaica Football Federation, Mr. Michael Ricketts, followed by Nicole Campbell, of Sponsorship Manager of Flow.
Gail Abram, Director Corporate Communications at Flow, and completing the greeting party.
We have a representative of the PFAJ, Horace Lewis.
Lewis of the PFAJ. So that's the greeting party.
Of course, the Reno team.
Ricketts, VPJFF.
And did I leave out number 23? Yes, she's wearing the number 23. Not a player by any means. It's Gail Abrams. She's one of the vice presidents at Director of Corporate Communications at Flow.
Alburn Facey just taking the greeting party through the paces, the captain of this standing Reno team.
Blue and white.
Yes, captain leading by example.
Blue short, sky blue short.
And the
white
horizontal stripes. White and blue, almost like St. George's College in the schoolboy football competition. But we're talking about the big men now.
Courtney Campbell will be in charge.
As the FIFA referee, Courtney Campbell.
Anderson, Stephanie Day-Reesing, and Damian Parchment.
And who has certainly plied his trade overseas with distinction, Courtney Campbell.
Outfit.
But like we said, are in cool conditions here this afternoon. The sun has obviously gone to bed at this time, and a nice breeze, a nice cool breeze that is sweeping the complex here, Tony Spalding Sports Complex, named of course after the former Member of Parliament and former Housing Minister Anthony Spalding. But a cool breeze, but certainly I expect the fireworks to be going in this game.
Cool. Certainly cool breeze, but not necessarily wind that will affect the balance of play, really. The wind here is still but very cool. The players will like that sort of atmosphere to playing, and the passes will be flowing, definitely. Harborview, we know they like to pass the football, and the conditions suit them, especially, but Reno is a hard-tackling team, so I'm certain that Reno is going to try to stop this sort of play by Harborview.
Okay, so there are the teams exchanging pleasantries. I'm sure that will be at this stage. Nothing pleasant about the game that's going to come after the referee's blast of his whistle. But this match, expectations very high. And of course, the creme de la creme in this knockout competition. Remind you that it's a knockout competition, so we play to the finish, Owen. We'll go into extra time and penalty kicks if the scores remain level after regulation time, and of course the extra time as well.
Well, and I'm happy you brought that up, Ian, because it does suggest the sort of game that we'll have. Is really no holds bar right now. From here on in, players will understand that you lose, you go home, and you win, you go forward, and this is the semi-final, so there's no second game to really be played. We're looking at the captains. Both of them actually were number 5. Is that indicative of the type of players there? I'm not certain, because one is more of a defender. One is a defender and one is a midfielder. But
okay, so we're looking at the officials there now. FIFA referee Courtney Campbell is assisted by Nicholas Anderson, Stephanie Dale Yeasing, fourth official Danon Parchment, and of course the match commissioner Michael Ricketts. So let's toss it over to a quick break, and then we come back. It will be time for live action between Harborview and Reno.
This lame internet is killing me.
It's fine.
We need cable.
Read a book.
Flow is offering 50% off cable and internet.
Plus free installation and a chance to win a supermarket shopping spree.
Really?
Daddy, we can win a grand prize of a brand new BMW.
BMW?
Who's gonna win that car? Who's gonna win that BMW? Who's gonna win?
We're going to Flow.
Get 50% off cable and internet. Plus, all new and existing customers get a chance to win a BMW.
Welcome back. Live action here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. It's the first semi-final between Harborview and there is that royal blue and yellow.
Traditional
royal blue and yellow.
Right.
And there on the left, there they are, being coached by Andrew Bauer-Hines as they pose for a team picture. And they'll be going up against the team from the west, Reno, former kingpins of football, trying to make their way back. They were looking at FIFA referee Courtney Campbell, Macaulay Tuller there. No nonsense mood as he spots the ball right there in the center circle. Owen Hill, quickly, the keys to victory for Harborview.
Like you mentioned, keys to victory. That man that you're looking at, Macaulay Tuller, speaking to him earlier in the warm-up, he says that he wants to find the old Onion Bank and he likes to score for his team. So hopefully he'll be one of the keys. But Harborview, fluidity, like we keep mentioning, they're very, very quick on the counter and they get the ball in the area very, very quickly. But Reno, hard tackling, so they won't have that nice, typical Harborview style play this afternoon.
Okay, the referee's ready. And there it is. We have the kickoff. Harborview going from left to right. And in possession now for the Harborview team. All the way back to the defender, and Anderson. Anderson controlling. A bit of pressure there now is Jeremy Lynch. Broken up. Reno getting their first touch. And away they go. Reno still trying to, both teams obviously trying to settle down Owen in this early stages of the game.
Obviously, just trying to get their foot together, like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Harborview likes to pass the ball around. They like to move the ball from left to right, and they consistently play. They're not a team that will just kick away the ball, and they like to build from back, as we see passes now just being mustered up by this Harborview team.
Okay, there's Damien Anderson now. On the right side now for Harborview. Searching pass for Macaulay Tuller. Tuller bustling his way. Get some support now from his captain Beckett. Beckett back now to Freighter. Freighter, long one upfield. Searching pass there for McLeish. He couldn't keep it in play. So first throw of the game. Early stages.
Harborview just playing a sort of 4-3-3 formation. Wide men outside, but having that point man in the middle. Rani Muir and Jeremy Lynch plays on the outside, and Macaulay Tuller plays in the middle. So you'll see a whole lot of those passes.
Harborview looking very confident as they're coming forward now. Played up there by Anderson inside the box. The goalkeeper has to get busy, and he does, and holds on to it confidently.
Good catch by Dennis Leyland goal. It says that I'm confident as a goalkeeper, and the minute you get an early touch, it does a lot for your confidence. I'm certain that Dennis Taylor in goal for Reno would be comfortable after this.
Play to the finish. This is Lynch taking on two Reno defenders. Lynch, Jermaine Lynch. Back now to Freighter. Freighter searching past their field. Turned away nicely by the Reno defenders. And Reno now come on the attack, but is broken up quickly by Harborview's Beckett. Pick it back to Freighter. Harriet, in fact. Let's whistle on the play.
Hard foul coming in by Reno, not giving Nicholas Beckett any time on the ball because he likes to play that sort of role. He's deep line. He considers himself a playmaker. So for him, just looking at the replay, you saw where that was a hard tackle. And Nicholas Beckett is certainly accustomed to having these tackles because he's playing in that role.
Double teamed, in fact. Now this one is a searching one, looking for Tolo. Still Harborview trying to control on the left side. Now this is a dangerous move as McNeish tries to get the ball inside. It's turned away. But back again. Come Harborview. And there's a whistle on the play there. Illegal challenge there. And the referee, Courtney Barrett, will have a little word there as we look in the replay.
Wow, solid tackle, but I thought it would have been more commonsensical to really just allow play because the players all the way that distance away from your goal, not necessarily no need to foul as a defender, but ideally Harborview wants to break up the rhythm, if any, of this Reno team very early.
You're watching live coverage here of the Flow Champions Cup semi-final 1 between Reno and Harborview here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. No goals yet. Reno in possession with the likes of Shane Hines. Gets the cross now to his teammate. Controlled now by Reno. Harriet. Those two playing in tandem quite well. Searching ball there for Lynch, but turned away one time by Vassell. And in the middle of the park now. Still the ball swinging from end to end. That one is an excellent pass on the right side now. Macaulay Tuller has some room. He's looking for it on his left foot, but his shot was dragged wide off the upright. Well, the first opportunity, quote unquote, should we say?
Certainly, and again we see that sort of play, Harborview just moving the ball from left to right. The replay suggests Macaulay Tuller just turning his defender. Good snapshot, but in the end it was effortlessly wide.
And certainly didn't have the pace and the power on it.
But he likes that ball, Ian, looking over the top, and he looks to run onto the defender. So they're going to be in for a whole lot of those.
FIBA Chambers. Reno on the attack now. Rear attack by Reno. This could be dangerous. Oh, it's charging child. Referee allows it to go. That snapshot there, not quite sure what...
Their marksman, actually.
Craig Foster.
Craig Foster, again, I mean, just trying to toe poke, but in the end, it was a good play by Courtney Campbell, just allowing play to continue because that was a foul. Looking back at the replay, hard tackle, sliding challenge, but the ball fell in Reno's favor. Craig Foster, again, he tried that snapshot, but in the end, Mitchard was really in place. Good sort of goalkeeping, good early exchanges.
Quiet start, relatively speaking, as Andrew Bauer-Hines, the coach of Harborview, looking a little bit comfortable at this point. Doesn't look too perturbed or concerned with the proceedings.
That's early. It's, you know, just about 6 minutes gone in the contest. You don't want to, you know, look at that, but that sort of play, I think Campbell had the whistle in the mouth, but he saw where Foster had it. Had Foster probably kicked to the left foot, then it would have been better, but he tried the snapshot. You can't blame him because he's the leading marksman for this Reno team.
FIBA Chambers, in the meantime, is back onto the field of play as Harborview will try to organize themselves with the likes of Beckett. Long looping pass there, searching there for Freighter, but turned away by the Reno defenders. It's picked up now by Facey, the captain. Facey searching there for Gillings. Well won by Reno. Shane Hines. Hines, low center of gravity. Broken up by Harborview. Harborview now on the counter-attack, it would appear. Looking for Tuller. Not in fact Tuller this time, but in fact Muir.
You'll have that problem, Ian, because they look alike. It's players who really look alike, and they switch wings ever so often. You saw early in the contest, Macaulay was in the middle. Ranique Muir was on the left-hand side, but now he switched to the right. Jeremy Lynch now on the left-hand side. So Harborview tries to mix it up a whole lot, not giving any sort of opponent that comfort zone so that they can really work them out.
No goals yet in the match. This is Reno Clark, formerly of Woolmer's Boys, the Manning Cup competition.
Quite a solid defender, I must say. Has really enjoyed himself at Harborview.
Anderson. Clark. Beckett. Now Freighter. As Harborview passing the ball around confidently across the park. Looking for Lynch. Back again to Harriet. Changing the play nicely. He's picked out Anderson on the right side there, but charging in quickly.
Poor touch again by Anderson. I thought that should have been an easy control. Gillings complaining to the referee because he thought he was fouled.
Call it Tuller now. Has some work to do. Inside, picked out his teammate there now. Edwards. Back to Tuller. Tuller whipping it inside, but turned away by the Reno defense. Not by far. Edwards comes back again. Searching pass. Edwards now has a Ruby. Fires the left for the shot. Straight to the goalkeeper. And again, Harborview building with confidence, Owen Hill, as the game progresses.
Looked to me like that one was opening up just now. And, you know, look back at the replay, you really saw where John Ross Edwards, an unfortunate touch, or fortunate in his mind, could have gone for power, could have gone for placement. He went for power in the end. Comfortable catch by tail-line goal.
Here's Edwards again. Tuller. Inside to Edwards. These two working well in tandem. Edwards now worms his way inside the box. Beats one. Still Edwards. Looks for the cross. Too close to the goalkeeper, who says thank you very much. I'll take over now if you please.
Again, players not looking as comfortable. The grass seeming a little bit heavy on the surface. So what you find is that the players don't necessarily get the ball off hard.
Clark. In the way that time was Rayando Vassell, and the ball goes behind for a corner kick.
Reno Clark, the central defender, coming all the way up. Good give and go, and he got it. He opted for the shot. Should have gone for probably a cross. But in the end, they gain a corner. So Harborview on the offensive, looking to push back or peg back this Reno team.
First corner of the game. So Harborview piling up players inside the box. As the corner kick comes across now. Up go the heads. No problems yet. And the ball is played away. And now Reno will try to counterattack. It's a long searching ball there now. This could be dangerous. Goalkeeper way off his line there, just to make absolutely sure to keep still Reno on the attack. Turned inside. And Harborview calmly get the ball away. This is Lynch for Harborview. Being held there.
Good hold up by Jeremy Lynch, playing that sort of centre forward role. You have to have good control over the ball, and they've really just kind of pegged back this Reno team.
Muir looking for Lynch, broken up in defense. Reno matching them in every department so far. Craig Foster. That was ill-directed. It's a throw. So just about 10 minutes gone in this match. Owen Hill, your thoughts?
Beckett not looking comfortable for Harborview. For them, they thought that they should have had the better of possessions going forward. They really just trying to work them way through this Reno team, but Reno has been solid defensively, not giving Harborview any chance.
Chambers. Foster. Oh, he's turned his man well, Foster. He's still going. Oh, but in the way was Clark, but back again is Foster. Reno forward screaming for it now, and this could be dangerous. Reno still coming forward. Here's Foster. Pokes it downfield now, and right across the face of the goal, nobody there.
Again, too hard of a cross by Gillings. Should have controlled and done way better with that, but went for a really hard cross across goal. In the end, no Reno player was there.
Denmark Gillings is his name. Inside. No problems there for the goalkeeper.
Good cross, I think, Ian, but none of the players really reacting, just watching. But Harborview defensively not connecting well, really just looking a little bit helter-skelter in a sort of way, but Reno just pushing them and hoping that they can get that counter.
And so, Harborview starting again. Anderson. Still Anderson. Looking for his options. Oh. Not sure if that was the best one, but he's allowed to get away with that one. This is Harriet now for Harborview. Searching for Tolo. Lynch helped it on. Muir. Lynch. Muir. Quiet proceedings, so to speak, here in this contest. Both teams, you think, still feeling each other out and not wanting to make a mistake, I would imagine, Owen.
Certainly, and in our semi-finals, you want to do that. Just search out your team and find where are the weak areas. So far, none of the teams really found that sort of spot.
Anderson coming forward now for Reno. It's turned away. Still they fight on. Harborview. Anderson trying to do a little bit too much. Beckett. Gets a return pass there. This is Beckett. Lynch is asking for it. He's picked him out well. Lynch. Anderson. Number 10, Edwards. And the flag is up.
Freighter just stringing a little bit offside, but what you find is Harborview pulling the strings really now. Beckett trying to play from deep and getting his forwards inside the game. Anderson having a whole lot of possession on the right side, and Clark really just getting into his own. Good, solid defender. What you find is that you know, the team's really looking at it. Offside again, Freighter, you know, just a pep or two above his defenders. Reno, good, nice highlight.
Okay, in case you're just tuning in, welcome to our coverage. It's live. You're watching on your Flow channel now. Harborview versus Reno, the first of two semi-finals in this Flow Championships Cup competition. Patrick Graham, the coach of Reno, looking a bit concerned now. Through. Once again, it's turned in for another one.
Reno just playing high, pushing back Harborview, not giving them any space because they understand that Harborview likes to play with space, and the minute you give them that sort of space, they can capitalize.
This is Anderson. Brumfield for Reno. Back to his goalkeeper, Taylor. Oh, it's broken up. Edwards. Freighter. Freighter now. Still Freighter. Get some support now. Beckett. As Harborview come forward on the left side there. And still, this could be dangerous. Muir. Muir still going. Inside the box. Lots of fumbling going on. And here's a shot that's once again blocked. And now Lynch. Goalkeeper goes down and holds on to it on the second attempt.
Again, Reno just standing back and allowing Harborview to play. And I'm not certain if I was Coach Patrick Graham, I'd be happy at that, because the minute you give Harborview space, they can exploit you. Just now you saw a snapshot coming in again by John Ross Edwards. But these are players that can hurt you. So Reno must understand.
As you look at the replay, ball bouncing about inside that area. And Lynch's shot wasn't held the first time by the goalkeeper, but he recovered on the second attempt.
But just looking back at the replay, I must say the players really just standing back and allowing Harborview to play. But Reno, I'm certain that they'll get it right after that.
Sure. This is Smichael now. And Smichael getting on appeal there for handball. Referee runs away unmoved.
Beckett remonstrating with his defender just now. You saw how casual they were. And again, a cause for concern. These defenders for Harborview, they like to play the ball, but they're not as hard tackling as the Reno defenders. And just now you saw where Clark, he really just watched it, the incident again, a handball. It looks to me like a handball, but that was too close to call. And I'm certain Courtney Campbell wouldn't have given that for a penalty.
Close call, Owen, close call. The referee was not convinced that it was hand to ball as opposed to ball to hand.
Well, the rule actually states that the ball has to be intentionally handled in the area for a penalty to be called. So Courtney Campbell got that right because it was really an inadvertent sort of play.
Indeed. Now, here is Harborview on the attack through Damien Anderson, but so much for that.
not linking up well. Freighter really just giving up on the plate. Ball didn't go out, but Freighter has been bustling for the contest so far.
Yes, he has. As we saw Clark. So quiet proceedings, generally speaking, between these two teams. Turned away by Clark in defense for Harborview. Reno still not giving up yet as they come forward once more. This is Anderson. Whipped inside, well, in fact, outside, as the ball goes innocuously behind for a goal kick. After 18 minutes in this first half, in this match, it's Reno 0, Harborview 0.
Overhit cross again, but you see the intention of this Reno team. They try to play a direct sort of approach. Unlike Harborview, who passes the ball around, Reno goes direct. They look for the marksmen up top, but just now they weren't able to connect.
The pushing from behind, referee allows it to go unpunished. Clark lobs it upfield. Searching one there from Muir, but broken up now by Schmeichel in defense for Reno. Bromfield. Facey. He gets Vassell going on the right side there. Anderson. And the attack dissipates as Harborview now will try to build something of their own. This is Beckett. Lynch. Turns his man well there. Lynch looks for a return pass. It's not forthcoming. But Harborview still maintain possession. Now he gets the ball. Controls nicely. This is confident stuff by Harborview. Can they make it work? Wonders in terms of changing the score sheets. Clark out to Anderson. Searching there for Lynch. Picked him out well. He's on a bit of pressure from Facey. And Reno break the attack up and try to build something of their own. At the back there, through Vassell. Searching pass on the right side there, trying to pick out Gillins, Denmark Gillins, unsuccessful with that attempt.
Again, giving away the ball too easy, this Reno team. They won't necessarily beat a Harborview like that because Harborview, defensively, they've really had bodies behind the ball. Harborview likes to play out of defense, so that is not how you beat them. Ball to foot, really, and I'm certain that Kirk Foster will be telling them that.
Harborview known famously as the Stars of East Kingston. Reno were kingpins of Western Jamaica. A lot has changed since then, it would say.
Again, overhit pass, not linking up well. You see where this Reno team, they have good possession in their defensive and middle third, but whenever they get to that final third, it's always that problem, not linking up well.
The goalkeeper has really been tested. And again, we see what you're talking about there, Owen. Overcooked, overhit pass, and no plan with that attack.
Certainly, and you know, just looking at a couple under, national players, they're here on hand. Just looking at what is on proceedings, clearly it looks like these national players are on camp.
Let's have some duties to do a little bit later on. Anyway, Harborview breaking up an attack and trying to get something going now. Ball bouncing about. Here they come again. Now this is Freighter. Twisting and turning, getting between two players there. Now Freighter pushing it forward. This could be dangerous. A chance here now for Harborview. And my goodness me, Tuller should have done much better with that one.
Ooh, Macaulay Tuller. I'm certain that he would have wanted that opportunity again. You know, looking at the replay, very, very good ball outside of the boot by Freighter. Tuller, even though he was away from goal, really should have done way better. Had the ball under control, should have gone for more placement and power, but in the end found some signboards behind.
Yes, probably could have picked it up on his left foot and then tucked inside and put more pressure on the goalkeeper. Would have probably have to leave his line at that point and then switch back to the right, and then who knows. But not too sure what the goalkeeper was thinking about there. Maybe just counting his blessings for the gift that he had.
Again, Reno just giving our possession too easy for my liking.
Anderson with a throw for Harborview. Freighter, back to him. Anderson. On the pint size, diminutive Shane Hines puts him in his place. And sends the ball going forward now. This could be dangerous as Reno on a counter-attack. A shot at goal here. And it's wide of target. And surely he could have had a much better effort. He had all the time and space to pick his spot.
Kirk Foster again just bursting behind the line of the defenders. And we saw where he was trying to curl that one home. Totally got it off. But Kirk Foster again, I mean, just fancying his chances. He's one of the players that is very comfortable. And he knows that he will actually get on the score sheet. So hopefully he does that.
Some flow officials in the stands there, obviously enjoying the game. Now this is Muir searching for Lynch. Schmeichel has other ideas as he gets rid of it for Reno. Anderson. Beckett searching for Freighter, but again Schmeichel having a good game in defense. Vassell. Facey, the captain for Reno. Reno comes again. This is Schmeichel. Searching pass downfield there.
Again, overcooked. The intention of this Reno team is really to get these forwards in possession, but obviously the passes have not been weighed, and we see where the Reno players are not necessarily happy, but they understand the intention. So Reno just needs to get the ball to the players because they've been really passing the ball good in the defensive third, but every time the ball goes forward, they lose it.
Tolo. Freighter. His first touch, not let him down though. This is Anderson though for Harborview. Clark. The way that time is Hines. Ball swinging from end to end. But no team really settling down as yet.
Some amount of tennis being played. It looks to me just moving from one half to the next. Reno now in possession of a throw.
Now then, Bromfield chipping it over. And the way that time is Anderson. It's Tolo. Still Tolo, fumbling his way forward. It's number 10, Edwards. Beckett, back to Edwards. Chipping it over, looking there for Tolo, but it goes to the left and he's offside. As the flag goes up there, Lynch is caught in the offside trap there.
Again, high line played by this Steve. See Carlos Garcia, coach of Montego Bay, just taking notes, I'm certain, probably in Spanish. But, you know, looking back at the replay, you saw where Jeremy Lynch just being a pep or two ahead of his defenders. Good line played by this Reno team. Like I said, compact, very tight Ian, not giving away much.
Facey. To get things going now for Reno. Searching past, it was turned away. Not by far though. Picked up by Chambers. And as quickly as they got it, they lost it.
Either team's not putting the ball down. Harborview started off passing around. I'm not certain the game plan seemed to have shifted, not being able to put the ball on the surface. And even though it's carpet-like here.
Chambers inside, easily handled by the goalkeeper.
Routine sort of save by Michard Barrett in goal. The former Holy Trinity goalkeeper. I am certain his confidence boosted right now. His team is actually in the finals of one of these prestige cups.
At the schoolboy level, indeed. Now then, Facey. This is Morris. Back to Facey. Gets a goalkeeper involved as well. Why not?
Goalkeeper cladded out in pink boots, pink garments, black socks.
Takes a real man to wear pink, they say. Reno. This is Schmeichel. Schmeichel. And still Schmeichel. Might go all the way here. Tries a left-footed shot that's just over the top. An enterprising effort there from Codeine Schmeichel. Want some urgency in the arena play.
Just looking back at the replay, Codeine just, you know, turning two defenders, unleashing a good looking shot in the end. It was effortlessly over the bar. Mitchard watching it all the way. But good sort of enterprise by this Reno team.
Reno settling down slowly but surely. Obviously taking this game to Harborview, the more celebrated rivals at this stage. Schmeichel. Face it back to his captain. The captain face it back to his goalkeeper, rather. Beckett. Harriet. Still Harriet.
Harborview, you know, enjoying the better possession, 55 to Reno's 45, but really the statistics that counts most is the fact that it's still 0-0 at the top of your screen.
Indeed. This is Beckett now for Harborview. Poking it forward to Freighter. Freighter looking for some room. He gets a shot, it ricochets and goes straight to the goalkeeper, who has no problems collecting.
Again, dancing sort of shot. Freighter has been really, really industrious in the middle of the park, and he's one of the players that is pulling the strings right now. Not seeing John Ross Edwards for Harborview. He's generally the number 10 playmaker, but just now good sort of play by Freighter. He's been all over the park for Harborview.
McNeish to Harriet. Beckett. Harriet. Lynch. Harriet. Beckett. Poking it forward, searching one there for Muir. Muir's first touch let him down, but Edwards coming forward, trying to get it inside there now to Macaulay Tolo. Was it?
Certainly, and again, another snapshot. Macaulay fancying his chances all the way outside of the penalty area. Should have done way better with that shot. I mean, looking at the replay, good interception, but again, snapshot. The intention was good, the execution was bad.
Tolo certainly losing some of the pace that he was known for in his early days, but that's what Father Time does to you, Owen. There he is now. Freighter. Twisting and turning away from his man there. Beckett. Number 17, McNeish. Lynch. Back again to McNeish. Inside to Freighter. Freighter being bundled off the ball, but still has it. Trying to squeeze it forward there to Tolo. But he was really bundled off the ball now. Now this is Foster for Reno now. Taking on 3 players. It's still Foster. He's picked a way through. But he has to get some support, so he turns back. And now he gets it. Reno still coming forward. Schmeichel getting in there now. And the attack is broken up by Harborview. Counter-attacking move here now. This is Macaulay Tully. Has some room on the right side. Looks across now to Lynch. Should have done better with that one, Owen.
Should have done way better. Good pass. It was teasing Tullo, just getting the ball out wide. And, you know, just looking back at the replay, really just picked his man. Way better should have been made of that. You saw where he tried that one-time volley. Could have controlled, but in the end, a goal kick for Reno.
You're trying the one-time volley. Why not go for the far post?
Certainly, you should have done that. Yes. And probably even hit it better.
Yes.
Got the inside of his boot, his technique was off, and as a result, it just went out for a goal kick.
Freighter. Inside there to Beckett. Freighter gets a return. Freighter trying to turn his man, but he's certainly being held there. And referee, Courtney Campbell, does not let it go unpunished. And obviously he had something to say and gets a yellow card. So the dubious distinction there.
Getting in the books first.
Yes.
Riando
Vassell. Obviously it was something that he said. Obviously reacted. So there was a foul, there was infringement. Nothing malicious in that regard, but still, nonetheless, a foul. He was called back. And obviously he reacted to the referee's decision.
Just a bit too fiery, I might say, Ian.
Yes. And Vassell inside now. This could be dangerous as Harborview tries something. It's Michael having a good game in defense for Reno. Gets rid of it. Clark. McNeish. In fact, this is Harriet. Looking for Lynch. Turned away by Rondell Morris. Chipped across by Edwards, and the goalkeeper is off his line and collects comfortably.
Quick off the line, Dennis Taylor, sawing all the danger coming at him. Good chip over the top by John Ross Edwards, but in the end, comfortably handled by Taylor.
Anderson trying to come forward. He's making some marauding runs out of defense there. Damian Anderson.
He's trying to push his team forward, being this modern day fullback, not necessarily a wing back again, but fullback. Gets up and down the park a lot, and how Harborview plays. These players are gonna be just moving up and down these channels.
Just over half hour gone in this contest. No goals yet. I keep saying yet because we have to have some goals in this match for one of these teams to go to the final. So if it's goalless at the end of regulation time, then it will go into extra time. If it's still goalless after that, then we have penalties. Anyway, Harborview.
Infringement on the play.
There.
Handled ball by Rennie Muir. I mean, good referee by Courtney Campbell. Spotting the danger early, not giving Harborview that chance.
Hines would have some reason now to be a little bit concerned with this Harborview team. They're not getting some half chances, but not really being able to penetrate this arena defense at Owen Hill.
Quite a tight defense. Harborview hasn't found the key to unlock the defense of Reno because all the way from the western end, they're playing hard. They're playing really, really tough.
And this could be dangerous now. Oh, really? A wild kick there. Was that Foster?
Foster just being a nuisance in the side of the Harborview defensive unit. But again, comical goalkeeper just coming out too easy, not handling well.
They come again, and the goalkeeper not inspiring confidence really with that kind of goalkeeping, albeit he hasn't really had any real shot to stave off or save. But he should not flirt with danger like that. Harborview, little chip there, that's enterprising stuff. All good stuff by Harborview. Can they finish off something? And the goalkeeper said, no, you won't. But you seem as if you get the impression that they're running out of ideas when they get in the final third there.
Certainly, Ian, and it's really just plaguing both teams. Defensively, they pass the ball out easy, comfortably in the middle of the park. They look nice, but every time the ball goes forward in that attacking third for either of the teams, the industry is just not there, and then that sort of execution, you can't.
Now then. Anderson now. Oh, but good tackle by Lynch. Stops David Anderson in his tracks as he was coming forward.
Coming all the way back, Jeremy Lynch, an attacker for this Harborview team. It shows how hard they've been working. This is the industry that Harborview plays with because these forwards get forward very often, but they also have some defensive work to do.
Not a very large crowd here at hand to see this match, but you're watching it live on Flow TV. Reno versus Harborview. Now this is Foster. Always seems to be going all by himself whenever he comes forward. And that's what happens at the end of the day. Edwards now. Anderson. Beckett. Harborview looking confident as they come forward. Beckett again. Upfield now searching for Lynch. Away by Vassell. Only as far as Beckett. Trying something fancy. Not quite making the grade, but he gets a throw nonetheless for his efforts.
Beckett turning on the style points there. I mean, Harborview just trying to really motor their way forward. And when Nicholas Beckett is all the way that far, it suggests that Harborview is in a spot of bother. They want to get on the score sheet early. They've had the balance of play in their favor. And obviously with some good opportunities, but just not able to pierce the defense of Reno.
Anderson trying to pierce it now, but too much, as we'd say, too much meat on that one. It runs behind for a goal kick.
Nobody there on the end to receive a heavy cross. Reno just frustrating this Harborview team, not giving them any space and time. They understand the zonal areas and the defensive areas that they need to cover, the bases that are really most important for them, and they've done well so far in the contest.
Lynch looks for a turn, a little bit overcooked, but he still has it, and it slips, and the goalkeeper will say, thank you very much. What a time to slip.
Was a good give and go by Harborview down that left-hand channel, and Lynch gets a lot of passes down that side, but like we keep saying, in that final third, the frustration is high because the industry hasn't been there, and the decision-making leaves a lot to be questioned.
Harborview on the attack again, but Lynch is in an offside position, so he has to look the other way. And the goalkeeper at the other end, Taylor, for Reno, will just collect comfortably.
Pedestrian-like pace here. I mean, the players understanding that no one wants to concede first. They understand the importance of the game. It's a semi-finals, and they know win or go home.
Okay, this could be dangerous now as Reno come forward, poking it in with his right foot instead of possibly a left-footed cross. And now Foster tries something. Arriving at the far side there. Not a bad effort there from Afiba Chambers. But that's about it. Not a bad effort.
Beckett complaining with his defenders because, again, Reno finding themselves in some good positions. Just now you saw where it was broken for Reno really to just punish this Harborview team. They weren't able to do that. Harborview living dangerously. Still the score is 0-0.
Anderson now trying to change that. But Michael giving him a warm time as he has been doing all match. But Anderson finds a way, tries something fancy. And the Reno team not impressed by it. Gets the ball away for the time being. Back again come Harborview. Michael is there again. He's having a good game in defense for Reno. Clark. Anderson. Looking for some options, can't find any. He's picked out Edwards there. Intertouched by Facey. Auburn Facey, the captain of the Reno team. Trying to rekindle some of the halcyon days. Tolo. Freighter inside to Edwards and Toller. This is good football. Harborview, the flag is up.
Again, inching just too far, and Toller complaining with his players, thinking that they should have just released that ball earlier. But just looking at the replay, good interchange of passes. Freighter again. Edwards, he's the one really just, his decision making should have gone for the opposite side. But Toller screaming for the ball in the end offside. Reno living to fight.
Indeed. Referee not impressed with that challenge, but goes unpunished. Unimpressed, I should say. We just saw 1 minute of excitement. I hope that will not sum up the entire game's play. As
Reno player down on the ground, writhing in pain. Clutching his lower back.
Yes, challenge there. Afiba Chambers it is. And this is the first casualty, so to speak, as we look at the full crowd.
Good old ice pack coming out and magic spray.
Yes. Members of the national team, youth team. So Chambers seems to be okay. May have to leave the field for further treatment, but I don't think it's anything life-threatening.
Just holding his back, and it's a tough place to get an injury in that area. But just looking back, you know, he really just got the elbow.
Yes.
You know, got a bump from captain and hard man in the middle of the park for Harborview.
Yes, Beckett.
Nicholas Beckett.
Yes.
So it's a
Looked
little bit tough.
knockiest there, but obviously hit the right nerve, so to speak, which would result in the pain that he's feeling. Now here's Foster now for Reno.
Going all the way back.
Facey. Let's get rid of it quickly. Taylor, the goalkeeper. Oh, living danger, still a chance here now for Harborview. 1-0. Oh, what a disaster for Dennis Taylor. And the Stars of the East celebrate the gift by 1-0.
Schoolboy error, Ian. Just looking back, I don't think Jeremy Lynch will get a goal easier than that in his entire career. That was too easy. They were playing around with the football, and that started all the way from Craig Foster, just passing the ball about 40 or so yards back, all the way to his goalkeeper again, playing around. What should have been a comfortable clearance turned around into a goal. Harborview. Just looking at the replay again, should have been comfortable. Just trying trickery, but in the end, Jeremy Lynch not giving up on the play, comfortably collecting that pass. It would have been so, putting his team up, Stars of the East, 1-0.
With about 2 minutes to go for the end of this stanza, Jeremy Lynch celebrates, or does he really celebrate? This was really a howler by Dennis Taylor, and Harborview saying thank you very much for the gift. They're up by 1-0.
Wow, and I must say, Ian, statistics really point to the fact that 5 or so minutes left in the contest, that's when you're most vulnerable, and you saw Reno playing very, very good for 40+ minutes. In the end, just giving away an easy goal. I think that a schoolboy error from the goalkeeper, and that will definitely break the confidence of the team, because Reno has really played hard. Players know on the ground, because obviously they're complaining. They don't understand what's happening. Harborview maintaining that sort of composure.
Well, it is in fact
looks to be like
Chambers
again.
Yes, so obviously he's aggravated that injury which he sustained a few moments ago. So I'm not sure if it's, I'm only hazarding a guess that it's aggregation of the old injury.
Looks that way, because he's clutching to that lower back and just moving all about in pain on the ground.
Yes. Let's look and see if we can look at the incident again. What happened here? Oh, well. Oh, no, it's his ankle, I think, this time.
Yes.
Yes. Kind of hooked his ankles when he was trying to execute a tackle there.
Chambers being unlucky, just fighting, you know, trying to propel his team forward, but not being able to do so. Just being on the end of these hard challenges and crunches, and I'm certain he'll be looking to this half-time.
Well, let's look at the goal again. What a disaster for Dennis Taylor. What was he doing there? And the alert, Jeremy Lynch rather, said thank you very much.
Trying to be cute, trying to be stylish. He was looking to wheel, as in Jamaican parlance, just to wheel the ball from Jeremy Lynch running on, but it was placed in his path. Like I said, don't get an easier goal than that, and that should propel your team forward, because you've been playing hard, not being able to penetrate the defense of Reno, but giving a goal away like that close to halftime, it should do some damage.
Well, one player who seems to have been damaged now is Mr. Afiba Chambers, and he seems unlikely to be taking any further part in this contest, which has about 2 minutes to go in terms of time added on oil. Well.
And like we say, I mean, the statistics point to the fact that you're most vulnerable whenever a goal is scored, or a couple minutes before the break. You saw where Harborview scored in the 44th minute, wearing down Reno and just getting a gift really, and Reno just needs to understand that it's only a goal. One goal down here, not the best of terms in terms of conceding, but what they need to understand is they just stay in the game and try to get back a goal.
Well, when you concede a goal like that, it can be a bit demoralizing though, because both defenders and the goalkeeper were idling. Anyway, here come Harborview again. This is Edwards, the goal scorer, Lynch. Lynch now obviously buoyed in confidence, twisting and turning. Opting not to pass, he might go all the way now. Oh, this is a good play to Muir, who is offside.
Wow, again, Lynch, like you mentioned, just oozing in confidence, showing how skillful he is, getting by the defenders, but again, drifting offside this Harborview team.
Well, referee about to Courtney Campbell, looking at his timepiece. Now then, here's Reno now coming forward again. Oh. Little fella tumbles over Hussein Hines. Gets a little sympathy from the referee. Smallest play on the park. As we're getting ready now for the referee's whistle. But in the meantime, we have to ensure that the kick is taken.
Oh,
well,
magic spray coming out.
Oh, well.
Courtney Campbell.
Yes.
Vanishing spray, you know, just showing how professional he is and how professional the competition is.
Of course, I haven't seen any in Jamaica. But anyway, this is a kick across. Reno, nobody there to get onto the end of that one. And it runs harmlessly behind for a goal kick.
Again, good sort of delivery in the box. Nobody there to really get on the end of the cross, but it was a teasing cross. Defensively, Harborview shut out or shut off just now, but Reno not able to punish them.
Well, Courtney Campbell again looking at his timepiece, and he has seen enough. 45 minutes or 48 minutes of football, and after that, it is Harborview on the up, leading by 1-0.
This Flow Champions Cup semi-final, first of the semi-finals, Harborview just getting that goal, that early goal to lead the contest late in the first half, and it was really a gift. Jeremy Lynch certainly will be happy for that going into the halftime break. As we see the players just looking back at the highlights, this is how it started. Harborview just trying to pass around the ball. Again, Anderson on that right side, getting a number of touches early on in the contest. And you see where Taylor got in the action very, very early. Again, on the offensive, this Harborview team. But Reno stood strong. They were there. They came and they really, really kind of just pushed back this Harborview team. Again, Harborview, good snapshot by Jeremy Lynch, getting in the way. Oh, that play. Reno complaining about that. Thought it should have been a handled ball and a penalty for them. In the end, Courtney Campbell saw otherwise. Gift Macaulay Tolo early in the exchange. Should have done way better, but a sliding sort of interception threw him off. Comfortable catch. Again, Michael, good left-footed shot. Still not testing the keeper. Freighter has been bustling again all day. Left-footed shot saved by the keeper. Snapshot again by Macaulay Tolo. So this Harborview team got some good opportunities. They got some crosses in. Jeremy Lynch got the opportunity to get some touches in and could have tested earlier with some good sort of football, but doing some defensive work was Jeremy Lynch. Getting by his defender. Good 1-2. Good give and go again. Harborview just not able to convert. And by this time, Reno, they were holding their own. They were just challenging this Harborview team, not giving them any space. And essentially, they were doing it. Holding out, looking to do all they wanted to do. Good 1-2 again, but offside. Harborview not doing well. But this was the screamer, howler. What the hell was Dennis Taylor doing? He literally was having a good game until this point. Jeremy Lynch getting a gift, putting Harborview up. And that really separates the team because Afiba Chambers has been bustling all game long. He was taken off. Courtney Campbell signaling an end to the contest. Harborview currently at halftime, they leave. Shots on target, they had the best of possession. They had 7 shots on target to Reno's 5. The fouls were pretty similar. Harborview having 3 fouls while Reno 2. Possession really was the difference. 55 for Harborview, 45 for Reno. But the score line still reads 1-0. That's the most important score line now. So currently we have Ian at the half line with Yannick Forks Patrick. Ian,
Thank you very much, Owen. Yes, we are here at the halfway mark, so to speak. And adding a touch of feminine flavor to the broadcast is Yannick Forbes-Patrick, and she's the marketing manager of Flow. A good competition so far, but how long has Flow been involved in this?
Well, this is our 5th year. It's our 5th year anniversary with the Champions Cup. We really have always been into community developing, and football is really a way that we can do that. We get into the communities. Champions Cup allows us to go into every parish in Jamaica, all of the communities, and this is the kind of thing that we want to bring to the table, development of communities.
So tell me about the competition, what your views on it so far?
Listen, it's a great competition. I love Champions Cup because it's a knockout competition. It's not rounds of play. You have to bring your A game. You have to put out your best, and you know, it's do or die football, so it's always exciting and fun to watch.
Tell me about Goals for Charity. That's quite a unique phenomenon, I think I would say. Tell me about that.
Well, you know, we always do want to give back, as I said before. So one of the things that we're trying to do is, you know, encourage excellence in play. So we are giving, you know, donations to each community, and it's a program called Goals for Charity. So in each round of play, whoever scores the most goals, they'll get a check for $50,000 donated to their community for various community development projects.
$50,000, you think? Would you increase that next time?
Listen, you know, we every year we come better than the year before, you know. So this time it's a first effort, and you know, we do think that can go a long way in some of these areas where they're really just doing a little fixing up, a little donation here and there. But you know, we always come bigger and better every time we do something at Flow.
So what do you think that Flow will gain from all of this now?
It is such a good opportunity for us to engage with the community. One of the things that we pride ourselves on is really trying to bridge that digital divide. We want to get people on the internet. We want to give people, you know, first-rate quality entertainment. That's what we bring to the table. Every time we pick up a property, whether sporting, charity, or otherwise, we want to leave it better than we found it. We want to develop it. We want to improve it, and that's what we've done with the Flow Champions Cup.
Yannick Forbes-Patrick, you are quite articulate. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Yes, and okay, but in the meantime, we're going to go to a feature now, which is the FCC Masterclass feature with Aaron Lawrence.
My name is Andre Virtue, and I'm coordinator of the Flow Football Clinic. Well, today we have an amazing opportunity. Through the Flow Champions Cup, all the participating teams are here, and we have representatives of the teams, the goalkeepers, forwards, and the coaches. And our intent today is to really expose them, addressing attacking as well as goalkeeping, and hopefully to help them as they go and enter the Flow Champions Cup.
My name is Aaron Lawrence, former national goalkeeper, coach for the Flow Champions Cup, and we're here to help youngsters to develop their talent, especially the teams in the Flow Champions Cup. At times, you know that we as goalkeeper, we never really have coaches who really help to really push them, you know, so that, you know, this is one of the reasons why Flow had really put on this event, so that we can come in and help coaches and also help the goalkeepers to improve on their skills and their talent. This is my, I think the second time or the third time I've been here with this Flow Champions Cup, and I think that it has helped. Where I see growth in these youngsters when I come here to really, and it really amazed me to know that, you know, I'm a part of this Flow Champions Cup that they are put on here this morning, and I feel good about it, and I feel honored to be a part. We expect to see the goalkeepers them getting a lot of shutouts because you know, we know that there's a lot of money for goals to score to go to charity and all them things. Yes, not to say that we don't want money to go to charity, but you know, we want to see the goalkeepers them do well.
You know, Aaron being here is just really, from a goalkeeper, is something that we take for granted. We take that goalkeeper position, but he has shown how important the goalkeeper is. And to have the goalkeeper session here and have Aaron, who really has also traveled the world and has been exposed, and to work alongside of him is great. You know, when we share the stories of what football has done for us and how we want to impart it to the kids and to the youth and to future players, it speaks to just the level of commitment as a national player and how important that these players get to understand. And Aaron does that all. He's a true professional. I mean, he's coaching in the youth level now. He's a national under 15 coach. So a lot of that impartation is really coming out, and to be a part of that, to learn from him, to be you know, to coordinate alongside him is just really a true joy. And looking forward to many more years with him.
One of the things I'd like to tell Flo, you know, with their investment that they're putting in this competition, you know, to never stop, because you always find the youngsters who from the inner city and from the grassroots who come out, and to show this competition you go wide across Jamaica, you know, where there's some talents that you never see in the Premier League will maybe come out and show in this Flow Champions Cup. And this is something that I think is special for Jamaica, and especially the national team, to see players who we have never seen who don't play Premier League. And I think it's something that we need to continue and we need to have for this nation and for this country so that we can move on with our sports.
Okay, as you can see, we're here on the lights at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. It's half-time between Harborview and Reno. Semi-final one, as I said, in the Flow Champions Cup. I'm Ian Andrews, working alongside Owen Hill. And as the teams are obviously being given some more instructions before they return to the park, Owen, what do you think will be happening, first of all, in the Reno dressing room at this stage?
Certain, in the true spirit of football, the goalkeeper will be coming in for quite a hard speech in this halftime, because obviously they were playing very good up to that point. They gave away a soft goal, but moving forward, I'm thinking Reno is definitely, just working out some logistics and statistics. They've really not had enough possession to challenge this Harborview team. But what has happened really is they got some good opportunities in, and when they get these opportunities, more players need to come in and feed, because Craig Foster gets into positions, but as we often see, he's the one that is only there by himself, so ends up running in Harborview defenders and losing possession.
All right, thank you very much. So we'll get back to some more comments from you in just a while. For the time being, we'll take a break. And we'll return.
Flow Champions Cup semi-final is brought to you by Flow, KLAS ESPN Sports Radio, Phase 3 Productions, and Locker Room Sports. The Flow Champions Cup semi-final is brought to you by Flow, KLAS ESPN Sports Radio, Phase 3 Productions, and Locker Room Sports.
Time for the start of the second half. Harborview 1, Reno 0 in this first semi-final of the Flow Champions Cup. My name is Ian Andrews, working alongside Owen Hill. We've seen one change for the Reno team. They brought in Lindbergh Wilson to replace the injured Afiba Chambers.
Tough going out, Afiba. And let's hope that for the sake of Afiba, he's not too badly injured, but came in for a battering from this Harborview team.
Okay, so Harborview now going from right to left. And there they are going, Macaulay Tolo off his line, but so too is the goalkeeper, Dennis Taylor. Obviously, he has had a serious talking to, because he came out looking very, very businesslike. As we're looking there at the... As we're seeing the confirmation there for the change, as we said earlier. Lindbergh Wilson. First related to Lindbergh Pala Wilson. Another stalwart for Reno in the 80s and 90s. Now then, here they are. They're going from left to right. Harborview, obviously the more confident of the two teams now. They're leading by 1-0. Again, an overcooked pass there we're seeing, so picking up pretty much where they left off in the first half.
Good try by the number 5 and captain Nicholas Beckett out the middle of the park. He considers himself a passer, and quite frankly he is. Good passer of the football. Just now you saw it was overhit, but he's the one that tries to push this Harborview team forward through his passage, whether it be short or long. And obviously in most cases they work. Just now that just wasn't his best pass.
Schmeichel, Codine Schmeichel. Been, to my mind, the best Reno defender so far. Also very useful in attack as he gets up one high and long. Up goes the head, and the safe arms there of goalkeeper.
Barrett just coming and collecting confidently, because for him, he understands that his counterpart would have been in for a battering earlier after giving away a goal like that. So it says well that he's confident coming for those crosses.
Here come Harborview. Broken up though by Morris. Vassell sends a long one upfield. No problems there for Barrett in goal for Harborview.
Again, not enough bodies being committed forward. But for essentially Harborview, they've defended well and not given this Reno team any opportunities. Too easy.
Too easy, quite right. Second half action. Reno have their work cut out for them. Because if you lose, you go home. It's a long way back to Westmoreland. That's, of course, where Reno is based. Harborview looking very confident now. This is Muir. Beckett searching there for Tolo. Well, in fact, this is Muir now. Oh, but pretty much of a comedy of errors there. Now this is Muir again. Trying to turn his man, turn two players. Anderson. A stop target.
Again, Harborview having the better possession, but just not being able to make that count. Beckett without a long grounder, not connecting well with the ball, but Reno just giving away possession too easy again. Randall Vassell, I think he's probably having one of the I wouldn't say worst game of his career, but certainly not the best game, because he's been giving away the possession too easy, and as a defender you need to be sure-footed. So far Vassell has not been sure-footed.
Quite right. Here's the throw. Reno trying to build something, but Harborview standing stubborn in defense. Short pass there. This is Reno now coming forward. Oh, that's not a very good pass at all. The goal scorer, Lynch, being pushed over by Schmeichel there. The referee doesn't allow it to go unpunished.
Courtney Campbell on the play. Lynch getting the ball, just dribbling about 2 or so meters in front and getting the better of Schmeichel, but that's what you call a professional foul.
Yes. And he's lucky to get away with it, really.
Certainly lucky, because that's schoolboy again. The players going away from your goal don't necessarily need to foul.
Beckett chipping it over. Oh, they did. I'm sure that's not where he intended, but it will go behind for a corner kick.
Vassell just you know, slicing that wide, but giving a corner to Harborview, and they're dangerous off set pieces. So let's hope for Reno's sake they defend well.
Players huffing and puffing a little bit as corner kick very short. Oh, here's an opportunity now, and this could be dangerous. Oh, so much for that. A two-footed challenge there by Freighter. There's a whistle on the play.
Offside, just too quick outside of this defense. Reno pushing forward, trying to catch this Harborview team on the counter. Defenders were all the way up because they were expecting this corner. Gave away possession, but here's the offside again.
Yes.
A pep or two in front, just minor,
yes.
But high line played by Harborview.
Okay, here come Harborview once more. Lynch, surrounded by blue and white shirts there. Managed to get a throw for his efforts.
Confident play and quite rightly so. Only scorer of the afternoon, and he's just motoring his way forward, trying to turn on the tricks and flicks for Harborview.
Jaw chomping Patrick Graham there for Reno. And here's an opportunity. Lynch again. Such a confident figure. His effort went wide, but not too wide. The fact is that he got a shot off.
Jeremy Lynch eluding about 3 defenders, easily ricocheting 1, 2, 3. Good snapshot, but watched into touch.
Now the goalkeeper, Lynch, has been quite busy. Now this is Vassell for Reno, looking for Foster. Foster looking for the return pass. Away by Clark in defense for Harborview. Picked up by Anderson. And Edwards now charges forward. Edwards inside the box now to Tolo. Tolo in an awkward position. Edwards again. Ricocheted and Reno live to fight again.
Good hold-up play by Tolo, but in the end, you know, a poor cross by John Ross Edwards. Released properly. Good sort of interconnection by this Harborview team.
I tell you. The clock ticks on, but Reno needs to do some more ticking of their own if they're expecting to get back in this game. Here they come now. It's a pint-sized Hines. Back to Schmeichel. Goalkeeper will comfortably hold on to that one.
Barrett coming out, collecting easy, and as goalkeeper coaches, I'm certain Aaron Lawrence said that in the halftime break. You want to catch the ball at the highest point. That's what we see Barrett doing, because every time these balls come aerially, he comes out, he collects quite confidently.
Yes, and his name is Barrett at that, so. Oh, this could be dangerous. He's onside. Macaulay Toller getting away inside the box. His left foot shot is ill-directed.
Just a correction,
fact,
that's
it's
Muir. But that was a good play again by this Harborview team. The catch you on the counter, and the replay showed Muir beating that offside shot, controlling perfectly, yes, but closed down, so he had to kick with the left foot. In the end, it was a poor shot.
Well. It would be nice to see just a little chip over the head of the defender as he came forward. That would be class, wouldn't it?
Certainly, and suggests decision-making is a problem. So, unlike Aaron Lawrence with goalkeeper coaches, probably we need some forward coaches.
Yes. It's always been a concern in terms of our football locally, the shyness of our forwards and the ability to think quickly when in those situations.
And that's what really separates you at the highest level.
Indeed.
Forwards needs to get these opportunities, and whenever they do get them, put them on target. Just now, you saw where it was a good opportunity for Harborview. The scores are still, though, 1-0.
Hines managed to eke out a corner for his team. Schmeichel will go all over the other side of the park to take the corner kick himself. They have the work cut out for them, certainly. No contact made yet. The ball's still dangerously in the area. The referee didn't like what he saw. He's giving a free kick to Harborview.
Good looking in-swinging corner from Schmeichel, using the left boot, just curling it in, and it looked like an opportunity, but defended well by Harborview. Standing stout, Renika Clark, one of the stalwarts in defense for this Harborview team.
Clark. Oh, Vassar couldn't keep it in. It's Schmeichel, Codine Schmeichel. As we see, animated looking now, Andrew Ball Hines, coach of Harborview. Muir.
Harborview, you know, just enjoying a good deal of possession. The statistics show that they have 54 to Reno's 46, but now they have a corner again. Dangerous on set pieces.
Let's see what will happen here. Lynch is well forward. So too is Beckett as the corner kick comes over. And Tolo. Really not much conviction there, I thought, on the part of those forwards.
None of the forwards seemed to me like they wanted the ball, and Tolo was just leaning back, so you saw where Reno just blocked their path and kind of nullified any sort of attack coming. It was a good-looking corner. Seemed to me like something would have mounted from it, but good defending in the end by Reno.
Anderson now for Reno. Bundle off the balls. Edwards. Long pass looking for Lynch. He has pace, he has confidence, and he has some skill. Edwards. Looking for Tolo. Is he going to give it to him? No. Chipped inside, and a possibility here for Lynch. It's Michael sticking to him like a stamp to an envelope. And it said it must be a penalty.
Courtney Campbell calling out the infringement against Jeremy Lynch because he was holding on to Schmeichel. Good defending, watching Jeremy all the way. Replay just showing, trying to outfox the defender, but defender watching him all the way. You see the grab on the shirt. Good call by Campbell.
And then he's asking the referee for a penalty. He's lucky. Oh, this could be dangerous. Is this Tulla away? Tulla! Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. Well.
McCauley just holding his head in anguish, knowing that that could have been him coming off the score sheet. Just looking at the replay, quick, gets behind the defenders, and this is a cause for concern for Reno. Just turning his man, good sort of curler, but coming back good was goalkeeper
Dennis
Taylor.
Making amends for his howler in the first half.
Saving his team, keeping the score still at 1-1, just keeping his team in the game, but cause for concern. Reno giving Harborview too much space. Harborview can exploit them.
Okay, Freighter now with a corner kick. It's a short one. Danger not yet averted. Reno living dangerously, cleared away by Wilson. Oh, he's beaten all ends up there. Harriet inside. Oh, the goalkeeper Dennis Taylor is off his line. He means business in the second half. Owen.
Came in for a strong talking, I assume, in the halftime, but just giving up position again.
Yes.
Too easy, but it was a good cross by Harborview. Harborview on the offensive, pushing back this Reno team.
Reno under pressure, but Schmeichel ever so reliable. Has to come all the way back there. But back again come Harborview. Ball swinging from end to end now. Oh, that's an indecent challenge there, and the card will come out surely. Challenge there on Freighter.
Looks to me like
Wilson. Substitute Wilson. Let's look at it now. Yes, Wilson. Oh, look at that. He's lucky to have gotten away with a yellow card.
Going in hard, and Freighter being one of the players for Harborview that's caused some problems for them. So Wilson just looking to take out Freighter.
Yes, going in, showing his studs there.
Hard challenge. Earning himself a yellow card.
Anyway, Harborview will now enjoy a corner kick. And they're leading this contest by 1-0. And another goal will certainly kill off the chances or hopes of the Reno team at this point.
Another dead ball specialist on the Harborview team, John Ross Edwards.
There's a kick taken. Nobody making contact. So Reno will say thank you. We'll get rid of it for you if you please. But a throw has been awarded to the Harborview team. Pretty high, as you can see, inside the Reno half. Reno seem to be running out of ideas at the moment. As Damien Anderson gets ready to take the throw. Lynch didn't quite make contact, and the ball is cleared away comfortably. But only as far as... Oh, this could be... That's a risky move, wasn't it?
Giving away position again. I mean, Harriet being under no pressure, passing back to his goalkeeper, putting his team in some danger. We saw where earlier pass like that amounted into a goal. I'm certain that both teams will understand that that's risky business. This is semi-final.
Wilson. Cross there to Vassell. So poking it forward. A little chip on there, looking for Foster, but turned away by the Harborview defense. Lynch. Muir. Working well. Macaulay Tulla begging for it at the other end there. He's furious at his teammate for not finding him, as you can see that gesticulation.
Again, Tulla, an animated sort of player, and he wants to get on the score sheet. He's hungry, and rightfully so. I think that the players need to get him involved more. He's one of the danger men for Harborview, and he's complaining that he's not getting enough service. Muir on that right-hand side, and Lynch probably enjoying a lot of possessions, but just not getting that third piece of the puzzle together.
Well, Reno's efforts there dissipating. Goalkeeper Barrett will be quite comfortable and confident that he has not had any problems while between the sticks there for Harborview. Ball being bundled off the ball there. The referee allows it to go. Anderson. Back to Morris. Across there now to Facey. Oh, but intercepted there by Beckett for Harborview. He tumbles over and gets no sympathy from the referee. Schmeichel for Reno. Away by Harriott. And certainly away.
Good coverage by Rosario Harriott. Must say that Harriott has transferred. He was a former Portmore United player coming all the way over to the East Kingston-based team and just doing a good work by his standards.
Reno making preparations to bring on another substitute. Beckett now for Harborview, trying to encourage on his teammates. Harborview just playing the ball around, using the width of the park. And that's a good play. Edwards might want to go alone and go for glory. Chips it over. Too much power on that one. And Muir, although smiling, I'm sure he wouldn't necessarily be as pleased as he could be.
Good interconnection by the Harborview team, like we said. From defense to attack, they do well up until that final third. Passes are left a lot to be begging, and Harborview would want to get these passes clinical or more tight in that space.
Shane Hines, it appears, will be taking no further part in the game, as Romain Lewis is getting ready to come on.
Second throw at the dice for this Reno team, looking to switch things up a bit.
So there it is. Shane Hines is getting ready to come off, and number 10, Romain Lewis. Looks a little bit chubby, don't you say?
Quite a stocky player, Romain Lewis is, but looks to me like a forward, like he knows his way in and around the area. Number 10. But let's see what Romain Lewis comes on and do.
Let me clear the air. It's nothing that we have against chubby people, but you know, when you're playing this game, it would be nice to be much more or less portly. Leave it at that. Harborview 1, Reno 0. There's Reno now on the attack. Need to build something. Harborview slamming the door shut. Now, so much for that, as Harborview will take over.
Just trying to search, not being able to connect, or the signal has been lost, but this Reno team not being able to muster 2 or surpass is good.
Oh, this could be dangerous now. Well, just outside the area.
Clearly, we see the purpose of Lewis coming into the contest. Quite a strong fella, just holding off the defenders. Harriott seems to be frustrated right now, getting in the books.
Yes.
Putting his team in a tough position, because this free kick can pose a problem.
Yes, it's the Harriott. Being cautioned, as you rightly said, frustration setting in there. And he was a little bit lucky, because just a little bit more in the box, as we're looking at the replay now. Look at that, surely holding on to him. Ooh. Now,
Looks to
number
me like
10.
he's going to kick it too.
Lewis himself is going to have a whack. Lewis does try and makes it superbly. 1-1. Reno. And the substitute, Romain Lewis, wipes out Harborview's lead. Wow.
What did you say about chubby people again?
Well, how do you like that?
That was a ferocious shot, just looking it at the top of the box, just belting it in, and
Brilliant.
Richard Barrett slowly moving to his left. Really, the ball was dancing, and it was a good kick. Straight, hard. The defenders saw it coming, but couldn't do anything. Good substitution. Patrick Graham right now seems like a genius.
A genius of a man. Super sub. What a free kick by Romain Lewis. Power. Precision.
And I just want to look back again at that free kick, if our producers can. But it seems to me like he got a deflection
Yes.
off one of the Harborview players. Like really unsighted the goalkeeper. And it was a good goal. But in the end, probably the wall didn't do his job.
Well, sheer pace and power onto the shot, though. And when you kick with that kind of might, it would spell some problems.
Quite a stocky fella. Looks like he is able to kick the ball. And he himself won his team a free kick. So good sort of introduction to the game. Came on, did his job, got his team back level. Again, looking back at it, see a Harborview player, the wall really just moving. Seeing a ball like that coming very, very hard at you, you possibly want to move, but
So
it was
they were taking evasive action, that's what you're saying. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Oh, red card. When you get the impression that he was asking for it, and the goalkeeper, he's gotten a yellow card as well. Oh, what a disaster for Wilson. Just coming onto the park in the second half, and he has been forced to take an early shower. What did he do?
Unheard of.
Look at that.
Literally
He checked
close
it.
lining the player, not being conscious of the fact that you're on a yellow card. That was stupid play, and obviously you deserve to get a yellow card. Second yellow card, earning himself the back pocket red card, and obviously the player's complaining because he understands that one player down, playing against Harborview, it's gonna be tough.
And just when they had their tails up, so to speak, to find themselves in that position. As we see Ranique Muir coming off for Harborview. And Michael Hines will replace him. So back to live action now. Oh, and I think it would be fair to say game's on.
Certainly game's on. Waited for 70 minutes. We definitely got our action. 1-1, scores leveled, but not teams, because currently Harborview is playing with 11.
Inside, and the goalkeeper holds on to it easily. So, number 13 there, Denmark. Gillings brought down.
Just want to mention, Ian, looking back at the foul, Denmark Gillings just doing, good work down this right-hand side. But like I mentioned, I want to go back to the point where being a man down, you don't necessarily means that you're out of the contest, because too often we see teams go down a man. But for them, they play twice as hard and they actually come back in the contest. So obviously Reno is down a man, and it would have been shuffling the game plan a bit.
Well, let's see what can be made of this corner now. Corner kick floating over. Punched away by the goalkeeper, or was it headed? Nonetheless, danger averted, but not by far. Gillings now for Reno. Wants to chip it back into the danger area. The goalkeeper will be happy with that. Vassell. Facey. Back to Vassell. Turns it back for his goalkeeper. 10, Lewis. Beating for pace there, surely. Oh, I'm just seeing too much of this gentleman in the second half. Freighter.
Has gone quiet for Harborview. Clearly, Reno doing their homework on him in the halftime.
Oh, Edwards doing well though on the other side there, and Lynch getting up there, but Vassell was in the way. Back again come Harborview. Beckett looking for some room now. Goes for the big kick. And that's exactly what he gets.
Oh wow, just finding all the way behind the billboards, probably a car in the car park somewhere.
Yes.
Not certain if that was a shot or actually a pass, but in the end, Beckett holds his head down, knows that he should have done way better with that ball.
Well, there was some low flying object there.
Low flying objects.
Would have been in danger of that one. Away by Vassell, working overtime in defense there for Reno. Jarrett. Freighter. Two-footed challenge there, doesn't go unpunished.
Freighter is trying to worm his way through to the defense of this Reno outfit.
Beckett for Harborview, searching now for Michael Hines. And so, coaches now digging into their bag of tricks now, Owen. Reno now also getting ready to make another substitution.
Their
Obviously
final substitution.
Yes, extra time, you think? That's what they're playing for?
Well, who knows? They're a man down. Scores are still locked, so clearly the instruction must be stay home and try to catch Harborview on the counter. Not necessarily play the same game plan, because obviously it's going to be hard from here on in. A quarter or so left in the contest. It's going to be difficult for them.
So Rankin coming in, and Denmark Gillings is going to come out. You've seen enough. Young Leonard Rankin is going to come on. And he saw some discomfort on the part of Denmark Gillings earlier on, so you get the impression that he had requested to come off.
Right, some information reaching our broadcast point was he requested to come off. I'm not certain if I like that idea, because you're playing a semi-final, your team is down one man, you're one of the leaders of the team, and you opt to come off. So clearly he would have been in some serious discomfort, because I'm certain Denmark Gillings is one of the fighters from this Reno outfit.
Yes. 1-1 the scoreline. Keeping a close eye on Lynch. Looking for the cross inside. Oh, and an overhead effort there. Not quite making the grade.
John Ross Edwards just trying the acrobatics.
Would have been a really superb strike if he had caught it the right way.
Wow.
Look at that.
Was falling nice for him. Had he connected, then that would have been a goal to really watch, but didn't get it right.
It's a situation that happens with an effort like that. When you get it right, you look like a genius. When you get it wrong, full stop.
Again, easily just giving away possession. Harborview searching, you know, getting a through all the way at the half line, just throwing it out. But they should understand, I'm certain that Coach Hines should be telling his players that they have a man advantage. They need to use that for their liking. Reno will stay tight and compact. Hopefully Reno doesn't give away anything too easy.
And so Vassal didn't know where he was there, but the referee came in and gave a little guidance. It's your free kick. So Alburn Facey will take the kick for Reno. Going to lead from the front and by example. Just floating it in the box. Oh, and ooh. Fortunately, Lewis couldn't turn. Obviously, his agility was affected by something there. Again, these kicks will look good if it comes off.
Certainly, and you saw how he trapped the ball well. I mean, the ball came into his path, controlled it well, but just didn't connect with the ball well. Had that connected, then possibly Mitchard would have been in problems.
Rankin tries something, and it's way off target. Could be a long night for both teams here. Harborview thought they were coasting. Brilliant snapshot of a free kick. Put them Reno right back into the game. Goalkeeper punching. Referee's whistle had gone.
Seemed to me like an offside, but still goalkeeper not necessarily as confident as he should. Dennis Taylor coming out punching, not getting enough glove on it, putting it back in the path, but luckily bailed out by an offside call.
Goalkeeper's asking for the referee to attend to Reno Vassal. Former referee Hugh Hill Thompson to the left of your screen there. So Vassal obviously getting a knock in the groin there.
Seems to be a bit of discomfort.
Well, it certainly would be if that's where you get it. As we'd say in the crown jewels.
I trust the medical professionals on hand for this Reno team is helping in that midweight area. Slowly getting back up.
Wow. Your football, have you had a knock there?
Certainly, and it's one of those uncomfortable positions, but Vassal needs to understand there's no more substitutions left for his team, so has to fight this one through.
Yes. And that's an area that you would not want to have substituted either.
Certainly not, Ian.
Anyhow, I think he's gone to the touchline to get some assistance. Just for things to cool a little bit more, so Reno down to 9 men. One off the park, never to return. The other one, hopefully, will be back in a short while. In the meantime, Harborview will try to exploit this some way. Here they come. No way in there. This is Freita trying to work his way through. Attack fizzles.
Again, Harborview just trying not to be too much in that final third. I think their decision making again needs a whole lot of work on Freita getting in possession and position, but just not being able to make it count.
Vassal in the meantime hobbles back onto the field off camera there. Still not looking very comfortable. In the meantime, another player goes down from the opposing team.
Defender Reno Clark.
Clark. We got a knock on the ankle. Former FIFA referee Peter Prendergast, and there we see Patrick Roberts.
Quite a big heavyweight picture right there.
Yes, indeed.
presidents and member of a parliament. And
well, I'm sure Patrick Roberts would like to be called a member of parliament, but didn't quite make the grade. Actually lost in the last general election to the opposition leader Andrew Holness. Anyway, let's look back at the incident now. Oh, seemed to have twisted his ankle when he went for the ball. Anyway, Reno come forward. Ranking this is. And she get a throw. Afraid I can't believe it. So in fact it's, yes, it is a throw.
8 minutes left in the contest in regular time.
Regular time. Rankin. Oh, nice cross. And a chance to get here by Lewis. But that guy is really kicking the ball with ferocity.
Again, Lewis just slipping his defender, even though he's on a, you know, the chubby side, as you call it. Understanding the spaces, getting in the box. Good control, good first touch, good shot.
A fantastic effort, and they were pleading frantically there for handball. Because here they come again. Oh, that's off target. But I think Harriet again got himself caught, but ball not out yet. Rankin now, looking for room. Door slam shot. And Reno's chances may have well been gone by that effort there. But this gentleman, Romain Lewis, number 10, he kicks the ball with such venom.
Certainly, and being on the stronger side, he understands his role. Just getting the ball down and trying to get a shot, a smack at it. Twice we've seen him done that. First time to good effect, second time looked like he was heading for that top 90. Blocked in the end, but good substitution by Graham.
Well, he certainly would have been a hero there. Possibly could have been a match-winning goal had he scored from that spot. Anyway, here come Harborview. That's not going to work. Goal kick.
Again, decision making. Just running out of real estate on that occasion. Williams on that right-hand side, but Reno defending well. I mean, going all out. Bodies on the line right now. A lot of players
has gone down now.
A lot of players going down because they've really, really played a hard shift, I must say.
Well. Getting some instructions from their coach, so they could assist the game as Michael is trying to sort out his reasons for discomfort. Another player is sitting down in the meantime. He's just taking a little 5 or
still stretching.
Oh, that's Vassal. So he's obviously still having some discomfort. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so back to the play. Reno 1, Harborview 1. Time running out for both teams. Searching for that elusive winner. Because that's certainly what it would be should anyone score at this moment, I would think. Harborview now. Here they come. Niche. Searching for Freighter. Beckett now has to come back. Nicholas Beckett trying to change the play. He does. Oh, and what a time for Anderson to tumble over and lose his footing.
Good diagonal ball over the top by Beckett, but still, Harborview not able to pierce the defense of this Reno team. Defensively, they've been solid, just holding out.
Just to remind you, this match is a play to the finish. 1-1 will not do. Have to go into extra time and dreadful penalty kicks if the scores are still level after that period. McNeish. begging for some support. Is it short? Freighter whips it inside. Turned away, but not far. This could be dangerous. Goalkeeper has to hold on to it, and he makes absolutely sure. One mistake for the night is enough.
Certainly a good collect by Taylor. Had he not collected that, then it would have been something totally different, but nice sort of play by him.
Blasted into the stands. Harborview's throw. Pushing in the back. Doesn't reach the wrath of the referee. But Harborview controls once more. McNeish. Edwards. Lynch. Edwards going to his left. And there he is. Edwards. Chipping it in, and a possibility here for Harborview to do something, but nobody getting onto the end of that one, so the defenders will gladly oblige. Now Reno try to counter-attack. Lewis.
Again, Lewis just holding up play, doing his job, but of note, I'm not seeing Foster for 45 minutes. He has gone quiet, but clearly Lewis comes in. Lewis did the job.
So we're going to have 4 minutes of time added. Score remains 1-1, then we're going to extra time. Score remains 1-1 after that. Penalty kicks. Well, they're having fun. Flow crew. Lots of food there too. Rankin. This is Reno now on the attack. Trying to build something. Anderson looking for Rankin. Casual approach by both players, McNeish and Rankin. McNeish looks for Lynch, couldn't keep it in. Players just seem to be going through the motions at the moment. Tired legs, Owen?
Well, it seems to me like tired legs, they've really played their hearts out, and I must say it has been that sort of encounter where it's bustling, not the slick passing that we'd expect, not the sort of fluidity from both teams. It has been a tough encounter, so tired wear legs on this type of environment. The grass is a little bit heavy, so obviously the players, having done 90 minutes worth of work, should be tired.
This is McNeish for Harborview. Well, but something to be finished off here by Tolo. He's gone all the way to the right side of the field now. Anderson now. Inside there to Beckett. Beckett wants a shot for himself. He takes it. Off target.
Always curling wide. Beckett just trying to motor his team forward, trying to lead from the front. Probably his second shot. Second also off target. Just looking at that replay. Good cutback. Beckett had it at the top of the box. But in the end, aimlessly out for a goal kick.
Well, both teams are in for a long night. Unless somebody can conjure up some magic right from here. Edward, Freighter in fact. Rankin. And Schmeichel, tidy up. The ball hammered into touch once more for a throw. Kai Giardini to the right of your screen there. Former referee Martin Lynn beside him. Kai Giardini would be concerned a bit. Not sure how prepared they are for this extra time phase. Certainly would have wanted to have finished off their opponents, having led for so long in the contest. Freighter hacked to the ground and looks appealingly to the referee and gets the call in his favor.
Reno wouldn't want to be giving away possession like that, I mean, man going away from goal, hard tackle coming in, but putting Fraser to the he's complaining because he really has coming for a battering for this game, but puts his team in a position where they can counter with this free kick.
Well, Frater might go for glory here. What a great moment it would be if he could score from this distance. Frater. Oh dear.
He said glory. I think went for crackers. Going for signage, but Frater frustrated. That sums up his performance. Good in spurts, not being able to fully capitalize on the opportunities given to him.
And it's interesting that the sign that he hit there says Jamaican for greedy is craving. He went for glory. Any minute now we'll have the final blast of regulation. Time play. You keep it in. Beckett. Harborview passing the ball across. Trying to use the width of the field. It's laid on there for McNeish. He has to hurry. Can't keep it in. Well, no, he doesn't.
Just not able to keep it in. Harborview trying to move the ball from left to right and then back left again. Still not able to penetrate the defense of this Reno team. Solid sort of defending from them. Must remind the viewers and listeners, they are actually one man down.
Yes, they are. Which Harborview have not been able to exploit. Well, Wilson must be cursing his luck now. There we have it. It's the end of full time. So both teams cannot be separated. Owen Hill.
Wow. I think a good sort of balance of play, and the scores really dictate how they played. Harborview won, Reno won. Good free kick by the substitute coming in. And it was a gift really for Harborview. They've not been able to penetrate Reno's defense, and because of that, we go now into extra time. They've had some good possessions, but just still can't manage to find the back of the net. And Reno have played good in spurts, still not consistent, but the highlights will also show.
Second half there is starting. Reno making the attack, coming forward. Keeper holding on to it. Spence was bundled off the ball there. Harborview on the attack once more. Spence turning on the coin, but just going wide of target. Reno on the attack. Goalkeeper coming off his line, holding on to it. Once again, Harborview, and there was Lynch. Muir, in fact, taking it down, but his shot went over the top. Both goalkeepers called into action in the second half. This is Jeremy Lynch now, twisting and turning, and fouled his man in the process, even though he looked appealingly to the referee. This through ball coming in now to Macaulay Tullow, trying to chip the goalkeeper. Was equal to the task, or going behind for a goal kick. Reno on the attack. Vicious challenge there on Frater. Didn't go unpunished. First yellow card for Linval Wilson. And then the free kick. Oh, what a free kick it was. Erased the lead of Harborview. Romain Lewis, number 10. There's a second challenge. Second cardable offense by Linval Wilson substitute. Sent for an early shower. Denmark Gillens tumbles over. And attempted an overhead kick. Embarrassingly wide at Harborview. So action swinging from end to end. Being getting a little bit physical. And there was Lewis again turning with a ferocious shot that was deflected behind for a goal kick. And that's how the full time ended.
Statistics show Harborview having the better, or just edging out Reno in shots on target. Harborview 9, Reno 8 shots off target. Still Harborview leads. They had most shots, whether it be on or off target. Red cards really was what stood out in the second half. Reno player being substituted coming into the contest. Linval Wilson coming out, being red carded. Scores locked at 1-1. We now move to extra time where they try to separate themselves.
Okay, good action so far here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, it will be time for that exciting extra time period right here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. Semi-final action between Harborview and Reno.
The Flow Champions Cup semi-final is brought to you by Flow, KLAS ESPN Sports Radio, Phase 3 Productions, and Locker Room Sports.
Okay, welcome back. Referee Courtney Campbell getting ready to start the extra time phase of this competition. That's what it's down to now, the first semi-final. And it's 1-1 between Harborview and Reno. Let's have a look at the goals. Oh dear, what a howler that was.
Easily just giving away possession. Too easy, Dennis Taylor, and just giving Harborview the lead. I'm certain really would have wanted back that one to not remember.
Well, that was the goal that put them in the lead, but look at this equalizer. Brilliant effort there by Romain Lewis, the substitute, number 10. And then a red card. Second cardable offense. So
silly way to come off the park.
Yes, seeing red. So that's the situation that has brought it to this now. Half or more on the field play, because if the score remains equal at the end of this half hour, 15 minutes either side, then they will go into the dreaded penalty shootout. And no team likes to lose via the penalty shootout route.
That's the defender's cue. Coming in, playing tough. The entire Reno team praying, understanding that it will take the effort of themselves, plus that added man.
Yes. Well, they say faith without works
is dead.
Is dead. So they'll be praying, but they'll certainly have to go and execute. Seems to be quite a spiritual team as they pray with passion there.
I look at the match ball, seems to me like it's unscathed, not being touched.
Yes.
But I'm certain either of the teams will have a different sort of say in the contest. Romain Lewis especially.
Indeed. So there we have it, 15 minutes for this first period of extra time. Of course, Owen, you remember some years ago they had the golden goal. Somehow. Oh, but here is Lynch working his way. This could be dangerous. Lynch again, he is brought down. And the referee will take out the yellow card. And he gets the red card. What a nightmare for Dennis Taylor.
Nightmare for Dennis Taylor. Nightmare for Reno. Second player being carded twice.
Oh dear.
Second red carded player.
And Dennis Taylor will made the howler for mistake in the first half, I can tell you. His nightmare is now complete. Total disaster. Look at that. Took out the player.
It seems to me like it was a little bit outside the box, but Courtney Campbell was right there on spot. Very, very good sort of refereeing, and Taylor is remonstrating with the referee, thinking that it shouldn't have been a card. Even so, putting his team now in jeopardy, considering that Reno has no changes, Ian.
Yes.
I'm wondering how will this affect the team? Who will now make that?
One of their players will have to, the outfield players will have to do duties in the goal.
Looks to be like Cody and Smichael.
Smichael, well, what a hero it'd be if he could stop this one.
Wow. These are games you dream of. Only in your dream you see these games. Two players being red carded, one of them being the goalkeeper,
yes.
A penalty, extra time. This is the Flow Champions Cup, right?
I'm telling you, look at it. Let's look at it now. The challenge was actually outside the box. So
it was outside the box. Looking back closely, it was outside. It was a continuous sort of movement, so it was tight.
It was tight, and the referee doesn't have the benefit of a replay, but as we saw, it was outside the box. So a little bit unfortunate there, but Cody Schmeichel now, who has had an outstanding game with his legs in defense for Reno, will now have to take over duties between the sticks.
I'm wondering how much experience Schmeichel has in this department.
Harborview now in with a glorious chance. Edwards.
Bouncing on the line, Schmeichel looking to throw off the player.
Yes, Edwards adjusting the ball. Sometimes you're told that that's a bad omen. John Ross Edwards. And Edwards comes up. Oh, he saved it! Colin Schmeichel, the hero! And the bad omen I was talking about, you don't move the ball before you take a penalty kick. The kick wasn't really anything to really post an email about anyway. But full marks to a confident Cody Schmeichel.
Wow.
Drama here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. Let's look at it again. What did he do?
Straight down the middle of the park. He thought the goalkeeper would have dived to the left. But if we go back earlier, if the producers can get us that, John Ross Edwards was complaining that the ball was in a hole.
Yes.
So I'm certain he's going to say that to his sort of.
Here they come again, a chance. Ooh, ha ha. Wow.
Drama,
Michael Hines.
High-end drama here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. Reno versus Harborview. Wow. I'm now out of my seats.
And Reno, by the way, down to 9 men. 8 players on the field, outfield. Okay, let's look at that. Yeah,
Just
there
looking
is.
back at the complaint, you saw where the ball actually...
And he said the ball was moving.
Right, it was moving and it fell into a cup-like sort of situation. No excuse for the poor kick.
Yes.
But in the end, good save by Schmeichel being the hero.
Should have gone for power. I can recall some years ago when Jamaica was playing a Shell Cup. I think it was in Suriname when they were campaigning for the World Cup back in the 90s. And Warren Barrett got a red card. Goalkeeper Warren Barrett was red carded for a challenge outside as well. And then his substitute, I think it was Loxley Reed, went on. And he too was red carded. And Theodore Whitmore ended up keeping goal in that match. Needless to say, Jamaica went on to lose. But that was the first time I saw something like that. It was a bizarre situation.
Wow.
Yes. But here we're seeing something now happening similar, albeit not 2 goalkeepers, but the reserve goalkeeper, Cody Schmeichel, who had an outstanding game, I would think, in defense, certainly could be lifted and be a national hero coming out of Westmoreland should his team win this game. But Harborview now licking their lips and coming forward. Freighter now puts it across. Oh, the goalkeeper. And a chance here, blocked. Reno putting everybody behind the ball at the moment. And there, that tells the story. Nobody up front to pass to. So they're going to all stay behind the ball as best as possible and to keep them out and maybe try to play for the penalty kicks. It's going to be a long night. Here they come again. A chance for Harborview, and Spence misses. Lynch misses.
Lynch easily should have been 2 up right now. Looking at the replay, you saw where it was a good ball over the top. Lynch just eluding his defender. And Harborview just being patient. Good ball over the top. Lynch, again, should have redirected that totally. Textbook sort of play by Harborview. Should have been 2 up, or 2-1 rather. But in the end, it's still 1-1. Schmeichel still stands tall in goal.
Well, you're right. It could be 2 up because they missed a penalty and then they had another glorious chance. So Harborview, will they live to regret these efforts and these opportunities that have gone a begging? Reno's character now will be certainly tested.
Pushing to the limit, literally. Players now having to do double, some triple.
Some may say justice was served that the penalty did not score because it was really outside the box as we saw in the replay. But the goalkeeper unfortunately had to go. But here is Lynch now. Lynch with a shot! In the side netting.
Again, Reno players complaining, watching Lynch has been a thorn in the side of these Reno players, but still not able. Only got on the score sheet through a gift, but after that, just seeing side netting and signboards. Reno defending well, just watching and pushing Harborview all over the park, pegging them back.
Codeine Schmeichel could well be the hero.
Harborview now looking to make a substitution. Andrew Bauer-Hines throwing his dice. Damian Harwood looking to come in. A forward.
Why not?
And if you're bringing in a forward, then chances are you'll probably want to take off a defender. So
Yes.
let's see who.
Well, they certainly have that luxury now. Because Reno now have nowhere to go. Putting almost every player in their own half behind the ball. So when the ball is cleared, there's nobody up there to receive it. So all the play will be in this Reno half, I can imagine, for the remainder of this contest. There it is again. And headed on goal. And again, these efforts are going off target. Macaulay Tuller
again, just looking like he is frustrated, has been frustrated. 90 plus minutes, still not able to find the back of the net. Now we see the introduction of Harwood. Possibly he will come in and do the damage. Let's see. Number 17 comes out. Damian McNeish, the defender, like we mentioned.
Yes, Harwood points to the heavens. We certainly will need some divine intervention here.
Looking back at the last attempt, good cross coming in. Macaulay Tuller not getting up and heading.
He's been holding his head. He's been holding his head, but here's Reno now. The rear attack. He has no support. His Vassal. Rankin now. Oh dear, he lost it. And lots of space could be left. But Reno fighting back as if their lives depended on it. Rankin again. Upfield. Oh dear. You don't have the luxury of players, so just go forward and throw caution to the wind.
Foster has gone quiet, really not linking up well.
Beckett, a player down on the far side there for Reno. Goalkeeper just making absolutely sure. Well, this game really turning out into be quite a bizarre situation.
Captain now down.
And there's Vassal, who has had some difficulty some time back. And there we see Andrew Bauer-Hines now looking a little concerned.
Telling his team to pretty much stay in the contest, lose their head.
Yes.
Jeremy Lynch again. Wow, that's a tough tackle coming in. Vassal,
Yes, Vassal
going in hard.
reduced to his knees. Oh dear.
Reno literally just trying to stay in the contest.
Yes. Oh.
Tired legs,
yes.
tired minds.
Yes, tired legs, tired head. Spacey obviously didn't know where he was there. So all the players are back in defense now for Reno. Harborview trying to prize an opening in this defense. Away they play the ball again. Get the impression now Reno will say, okay, we'll play for the penalties. And when you don't have the luxury of numbers, why not?
It's going to take a whole lot of concentration for this Reno team. All hands should be now on deck because their backs are against the wall. They're against the 8 ball.
Well, here's Vassal. Would he be the hero for Reno? Or maybe it is this man again, Lewis. Lewis. Waiting for support. No, he wants to go by himself. Just couldn't get the shot off. But he's still fighting. He's got heart. Rankin is up there too. And now lots of space for the Harborview players to exploit. Tuller now. Will he be the hero for Harborview? Tuller, and still Tuller chipping it in. Well, Tuller. He only served to pass the ball to the goalkeeper.
not linking up well, these players. Some showmanship by Schmeichel.
And why not?
Doing his job. But we see a tactical sort of move again. Vassal being employed in the forward position, just being pushed forward, and more able-bodied defenders coming back.
Freitas. Lynch. Looks for a turn. Reno. Certainly defending stubbornly. Lynch trying to go it alone. Well, what high drama here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. Who could have predicted this situation? Chipping it in, and a possibility here. Schmeichel. He's really getting the encouragement from the crowd here.
Wow. Schmeichel just doing his job, literally.
He's a star.
Ensuring that his team stays in the contest. Good work by Schmeichel, I must say. I'm impressed.
Yes, he's certainly the star. He had a good game in defense. And now he's topping it off with a sterling performance between the sticks here. Because of the indiscretion of the goalkeeper, Dennis Taylor. But in all fairness to him, the challenge did seem to have taken place outside of the area. It was an unfortunate situation. But was it a cardable offense, regardless of where it was?
Certainly was a cardable offense.
Well, he deserves to be off the park then, because it was his second yellow card.
But like you say, looking back, the kick wasn't necessarily converted, so you can look at that as justice being served.
Yes. Here they come again now, Harborview. Toller! And the goalkeeper will be happy to see that one sail wide. Toller is really having an off-key game today.
Certainly an off day for Macaulay in the park.
Here the boos coming in. I wonder if it's really a boo of relief more than anything else.
Just getting that one in his stride, going for power as opposed to placement.
Probably trying to go for a curving kick off the outside of your boot, so it would have swerved back into the goalkeeper's far post. But
that was his last shot. He won't have any sort of contribution to make to the rest of this encounter.
Carvel Stewart would obviously
number of
cause for concern. Yes.
Vin Blaine, Havel Stewart, some Harborview players, they look like they're concerned.
So Macaulay Toller is off. And they're brought on, let's see now, number 3, Severo Murphy. Macaulay Toller might be very disappointed with his output today. Every striker wants to score, and that's the end of the first stanza of extra time.
Came to a quiet halt.
Is there any more drama to come in this phase, do you think?
I must say, I'm on the edge of my seat. Has been drama-filled in patches. The players for Harborview haven't really sparked, and the Reno players has shown guts all season long. For the entire contest, they've really just showed how strong they are in terms of mental fortitude, and that has shown, albeit not necessarily the best of decisions a lot of time, but they've stuck in there, giving away an early goal, but still coming back in the contest. A man being red carded, still sticking in the contest. Their goalkeeper being red carded.
Still
a penalty.
Yes.
Still sticking in the contest.
Do you think the Harborview team now might be getting a little bit anxious?
Well, they should be, and it shows because their decision making now is starting to show. They're anxious. They want to get this game over with. They thought that they should have been down and dusted with this game, but Reno fighting, staying tall.
It's still 1-1. Harborview have it all to play for. Reno, all they can do at this stage is try to prevent the Harborview forwards from getting in. Now then, Harborview now going in the other direction.
It's going to be a top 15, Ian.
Yes. Harborview having more than a numerical advantage here in this match. They're playing up against 8 players on the outfield. And the goalkeeper is actually a defender forced to go there because the goalkeeper was taken off and they couldn't make any more changes. Sent off, I shouldn't say, not taken off. He's actually sent to an early shower. We received a second bookable caution. Here come Harborview again. That crosses inside, headed down. And you wonder where the Harborview forwards are.
Craig Foster coming back to do some good
I haven't
defensive
seen
work.
too much of him in this match. It's certainly towards the second half of the regulation period. Will he just pop up and work some magic now? Certainly will be asked of him now. And of course, he's concerned.
Now starting to coach.
Yes, look at him. Andrew
Directing
Hines.
play.
Reno coach, obviously, I'm sure will be just sitting and watching and hoping for the best.
Fingers and toes crossed.
Harborview players gone down and he's staying down. Here's Lewis. Oh, that's a big kick.
Romain Lewis just going for glory, understanding that there is nothing wrong that he or his team can do right now. They've really played hard.
Here they come again now. Harborview on the attack. The goalkeeper off his line. I wonder if he remembers that he's a goalkeeper, not a defender. But here come Reno again. This is Lewis, the big kicker. Chips it over. Oh, that's a good pass. A chance here for Reno. Oh, my goodness. Owen Hill. That could have been lights out for Harborview.
Certainly, and Craig Foster was through on goal. He was just waiting for the ball to fall. Probably if gravity was a little bit stronger for him, then it would have been different because he was in a good position. Good play by himself and Romain Lewis. Good ball over the top. Good run by Foster. He has gone quiet and silent. But just looking back at the replay.
Romain Lewis again.
Just looking at his
Look at
forward. Chipping over the top. Excellent ball. But good defending.
Yes, good defending. Let's give credit to the defenders.
Good defending.
For
It comes,
it's very important.
Comes very, very late. But good defending by Harborview. Because that, like you mentioned, could have been lights out.
What a dramatic end that would have been. If Reno could have scored at that situation. Having had so many things against them right now. Harborview just cannot prize open this Reno defense. Albeit a depleted one as well. With the cross coming in, not a very good cross at all. The goalkeeper will have no problems with that whatsoever. Codeine Schmeichel.
Confidently collecting.
Yes.
Directing play, moving about the box.
Maybe they should have started with him in the goal.
Patrick Graham found in a new position.
Oh, this is dangerous again. Foster. Tired legs as well. Let's not forget that.
But pushing the defense to the limit. Obviously, Harborview not concentrating to the full effect. Good work by Reno. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Knocking on the door of Harborview.
Well, well. Of course, Rankin will take his own sweet time to go for that one. They know where their objective lies. Remember, if it remains equal at the end of this situation, they go to penalty kicks. Beckett wants to urge his players on. He too must be suffering from tired legs. This is Lynch. Just pushes it forward there for Anderson. And gave the ball away. And he puts it into touch. The cameraman getting involved in the action. Concerned Harborview, yes, some concerned Harborview supporters now. Here's Reno again. Rankin. Opting to go for the long ball. Not much movement. from these players. Really looking at some tired legs now. Harborview cannot maximize this advantage. They've been struggling to do so. Chipping it in a possibility here. He's offside, surely.
Good work by Michael though, just coming out quick to avert any danger. Harwood just running in an offside position. Harborview not being patient. Tired legs again for this Reno team. They need to understand that they can't commit too much forward, because the minute they commit these bodies forward, they'll be stretched and open. Harborview has that two-man advantage, and obviously they're looking to go on to the contest.
Look at that. Trying to tie his bootlaces, and Harborview say, I'll do it. You're wasting time. I'll come and do it for you.
Is that FIFA fair play?
Why not? It's also a way to say, hurry up, get on with it. I know what you're trying to do. Actually saw a player got a red card for that too. Stopped to tie his bootlaces and he was sent off of time wasting.
Wow. Red carded, not necessarily yellow carded?
Second buckle of offense, he was sent off.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, it was at this very same venue, Arnett Gardens. I'm not sure who they were playing. Oh, well.
Again, Harwood in an offside position, still drifting. Not as sharp as he once was. Coming into the contest, should have been a pep or two ahead, but just not looking at the line.
Offside. Sometimes he even uses his hand there too. Well, well. Michael could be the man of the moment for Reno. Saved the penalty, albeit being assigned to a totally different position from the start of the game, and was, in a manner of speaking, relegated to the goalkeeping post. But it could be his most important role he has ever played for Reno. Worse if they should come out on top in this contest.
Certainly one for the books.
Indeed.
Want to tell you kids about this.
What's happening here? Vassell. Nobody to pass it to. Harborview still struggling to get the better of this Reno team. Was been defending stubbornly. Here they come again now. Harborview on the right side now. One of the substitutes. And here they come again. Anderson now. Chips it in, and a possibility here. And again.
Overhit passes.
Really looking at the signs of a frustrated Harborview team now. Look at that. Michael Hines.
And this is where leadership comes in, Ian. Players need to now understand, or they should have understood what the advantage was, but clearly the leadership in Harborview leaves a lot to be questioned, because you're two-man up and still not able to break down a team like Reno. Albeit Reno has been playing tough. Credit must be given to them. Can't overemphasize what has been done by this Reno team. Going literally behind the 8 ball, but still staying strong, still fighting, pushing it to the limit. Patrick Graham, I'm certain, must be looking at his players right now and telling them that job well done. Can't complain with you. You gave a good shift, especially Michael.
Yes. Leonard Rankin came out the worst in that challenge there, and he's obviously going off to get some assistance, which means they'll be down to what, 7 players?
Wow.
Wow.
7 players.
On the outfield at least. Can it get any worse for Reno? 7 outfield players and 1 goalkeeper. Oh dear. There's Michael though, with a kick, big one. Rankin is begging to come back on. This is Lewis. Maybe he wants to go all alone. Has no support.
Doing well though, getting his team through. Just holding out.
He gets a big applause from the crowd here. Number 10. Rankin is back on the field, so for the Reno team winning the hearts of the crowd here.
I'm certain if you're a neutral, you'll be cheering for Reno right now.
Here's Lewis again. Broken up. Murphy. Away by Reno through the likes of Facey. Reno 1. Harborview 1. Extra time. Can tell you this. Oh,
Tough play by Reno,
tough
just
play,
sticking
tough
it,
play.
holding out Harborview, just trying to knock about the ball, make some passes, build from the back. Still not able to pierce the defense though.
Here comes Lynch. Lynch. And still Lynch. Inside, a chance here. Oh, good save by Smichael. What a brilliant save by Smichael. Cody Smichael.
Being in the right place at the right time, Smichael has been the hero for this Westmoreland-based team.
Undoubtedly.
That was a point-blank shot.
Let's look at it again. Lynch here managed to get the ball across. And there was the effort there straight to Smichael, albeit, but he was well positioned.
Good work. Complaining with his defenders, saying that they need to get this ball out because he's been doing some good works.
Another player's gone down meanwhile.
Trying to milk this clock.
Yes. I mean, Lewis. Watching live action here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex in Kingston. Flow TV. It's a Flow Champions Cup. And here's a shot that's blasted over by Beckett.
Again, decision making poor by this Harborview team. Kicking a 40-yarder really on a team that you have a two-man advantage is not the best way to go. But Smichael just watching it. Harborview holding out, not being able to penetrate.
I can't, to be very honest with you, I'd love to see this penalty shootout. Because as you know, any number can play then.
Certainly, and I'm certain this Reno team is looking for that. If they get an opportunity to pretty much put this game to bed, they will. But they're looking for this end of extra period and to kick the dreaded penalties.
Oh, then here come Harborview. They don't want it to go to penalties. Trying to turn, nowhere to go, but now here's Lynch. Appeal for handball, nothing given.
Again, bodies in the way. Lynch just trying to be the hero.
Everybody wants to finish it off. Referee looking at his watch.
Again, we're in that final minute.
Chipping it over. Smichael. Yes, he likes to do that. He likes to do that.
And getting an applause, he will. Smichael doing the job.
Dean Smichael. Well, he may have some more work to do. This game is heading directly for penalties. Unless someone can pull that rabbit out of the hat. Harborview, you thought, would have all the ammunition to do so, but they have been struggling. Can't crack this team open. Only 1 minute to go.
Again, Smichael just doing the job. Reno holding out.
Yes, what a match.
Looking for that final whistle.
If anybody had looked in their crystal ball and told me that this situation would have been what it is now, I would have said, no way. Lynch now. Beckett. Harborview desperate to finish things off. Anderson. Drinking out of the last chance saloon. A shot by Anderson is blocked. Everybody going for broke here now. And there it is. I don't know what the scenario will end up. But what I can tell you, both teams will have to have a penalty shootout as the score remains Reno 1, Harborview 1. Owen Hill.
Wow, Ian, I was at the edge of my seat just anticipating something, and every single kick had me hooked. Reno, credit must be given to them. Regardless of the outcome, I must say, they played tough. They stood tough.
And you know what it's like with penalty shootouts, Owen. Any number can play.
Any number can play, and Harborview really has been the team knocking on the door, but Reno holds out. We have a look at the highlights now of that extra period.
There we have it. Extra time starting. Lynch
First
on the
minute of
attack,
extra
and
time.
First minute, a challenge which was adjudged to be in the box. Dennis Taylor sent off for that second bookable offense, and the penalty was saved by the substitute goalkeeper, Odin Schmeichel. Not the best of penalty shots rather, and his teammates rushed to congratulate him. Here they come again. Again, the goalkeeper parrying it, and the rebound just couldn't have been turned in. But once again, Reno begin to live dangerously as Harborview trying to slice the ball in. Lynch with an excellent opportunity to put that one to bed, and his header was wide. Another shot by Lynch into the side netting, and another shot by Macaulay Tuller was way off target. He saw no further part of this match. He was substituted. Here come Harborview again at the other end of extra time. And the Reno defenders defend stubbornly. Little dip there by Lewis. And Foster's shot was parried by the defenders. And an offside call there against Harborview once more. Here comes Lynch, trying his best, twisting and turning, and the effort here was brilliantly saved by the well-positioned Odin Schmeichel. Beckett shot over the top. And I can tell you the Reno team winning the hearts of the small crowd here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. And penalty kicks will be the deciding factor as to who goes to the final November 17th of the Flow Champions Cup. Owen Hill.
Very, very interesting encounter. The first of two semi-finals played here. Schmeichel doing his rituals, praying, knowing that it will take some divine intervention. It has done so, and doing very well. He has been the man for this team, doing his job. Coach now goes to him, telling him that we are confident in you. This Reno team now really in that spot. We have a look at the goals. Again, too easy, giving away. Jeremy Lynch starting the story too easy. Very, very slack goalkeeping. Sent to the showers afterwards. I'm certain he's now looking on, wondering what part he could have been playing now. But this was a very good free kick. Very, very, very good free kick. Striking it hard, very direct. Wall not doing its job. Goalkeeper onside. Substitute coming in, doing the job. Richard Barrett just looking on now. He's goalkeeper for Harborview. He understands that it's now down to them. They're the ones who can decide what happens. Whether it be Harborview or Reno. Time will tell.
Penalty shootout, all to play for.
Not certain the strategy that is being worked out now, or the tactics.
I suspect that Andrew Hines will be thinking, well, the Reno goalkeeper is not really a goalkeeper. So pressure him, either to his left or to his right. He seems to be weak towards his left, so probably that's where you need to kick most of the balls. But we'll see. All the questions will be answered in just a moment. Could Codeine Schmeichel emerge the hero of this encounter here this evening?
Or could we crown him the hero? Because I think in a lot of people's hearts and minds, he's actually the hero.
Yes, to get them this far.
So to top off the performance, could he be the man to unseat this Harborview team?
Or will the fairy tale run, dream run of Reno, fade with the Harborview onslaught? We'll see. Reno to take the first kick.
Craig Foster.
Craig Foster.
Gone silent for quite a while. Now looking to show his true class. Stepping up first, ensuring that he leads from front. Now handed the ball by Courtney Campbell. Steps up. Craig Foster.
The saying goes, who would have thunk it?
Going back though, this is the spot where the first penalty was missed in regular time.
Yes. Let's see. Foster versus Barrett. Foster for Reno. Scores!
And Craig Foster does the job.
Nice
Quite
and easy does it. Reno in the driver's seat. Nicholas Beckett is up next, and he will take on Codeine Schmeichel. Teams on the bench bouncing in anticipation.
Schmeichel trying to psych out the captain, Beckett.
Beckett. Let's see. Beckett. And he scores two. Goalkeeper Schmeichel moved like mad, but went the right way, but the power and the accuracy of Beckett's shot eluded him.
Good try by Schmeichel. Very good kick by Beckett. Just understanding that he needs to put the ball to either corner. It's going to be difficult for the goalkeeper, considering that he's not a professional or original goalkeeper.
Well, he certainly looked like one there.
1-1.
Leonard Rankin. He comes up. He's a substitute. Let's see what he can do. He's taking up with a long run up. Twisting all over the place now. Rankin, he scores! Easy does it.
Excellent kick by Rankin. Danced his way to the ball. Got the goalkeeper to the wrong direction. Puts his team in the driver's seat. They're up to 1.
If he were around in the 70s, they'd call him Rankin Leonard, not Leonard Rankin. Now, Rosario Harriott. He was the one who caused that free kick that led to the goal, the equalizing goal. Let's see if he can erase that memory by scoring from this spot now. Rosario Harriott for Harborview. One of the taller players on the field. Harriott scores. So easy.
Good
And
kick
so,
by Harriott. Again, to the left of the goalkeeper. Clearly they're hearing you, Ian. Understanding that the goalkeeper, since his introduction, looks a little bit weaker to the left. But once he put the ball in a space that he's not able to comfortably dive on, it's going to be difficult for him. But Schmeichel, good work though. Scores are locked to all.
Okay, who's up next now? This looks like Rondell Morris. Morris scores!
Oh wow,
but
lucky.
only just.
Lucky Rondell Morris. literally slipped through the hands
Well,
of Mitchell Barrett in goal.
100% record so far. All the penalties have been scored. Somebody will have to miss. I'm sorry for that person.
The next defender steps up, the youngster.
Clark, is it?
Yes. The last time I saw him kicking a penalty,
Renico Clark.
it went skywards.
Well, that's a memory I'm sure he would want to erase. And Clark now for Harborview, and he scores. Cody
Cool.
Schmeichel is
Composed.
very upset.
Schmeichel thought he should have saved that. Guessed right, but power
Precision.
got the better of him.
Who is next? Oh, Lord. I don't think Romain Lewis knew that it was him. He was up next because the referee had to point to him and said, well, the assistant referee said, you're next.
Probably a little bit nervous now.
Yes. Yes, he should be. Well, he scored a fantastic equalizer. He'll have to score again because the equalizing goal, that memory will be erased so quickly if he misses from this spot now. Again, they try to fix the ball and they adjust the ball. That's one of the things I don't like to see players do. Let's see now. Lewis has it all to do for Reno. Lewis scores!
Goes for power.
Oh, we have a match here.
Quite a powerful player.
Yes.
Goes for power, sticks to what he does best. Did it with a free kick. Now doing it with a penalty.
John Ross Edwards. John Ross Edwards for Harborview. All the players now on the Reno bench buzzing and jumping with anticipation. They just feel that Cody Schmeichel may just guess right and save one.
Again, John Ross Edwards was the one who missed earlier.
Yes, he has a chance to get it right. Let's see if he'll fix it. He stutters. Oh, yes, he scores. He got it right this time. Went for power.
Went for power, essentially. 4-4.
Schmeichel himself is going to take a kick now. Oh dear. Again, a goalkeeper versus a goalkeeper. He's turning from an angle. That could be dangerous, don't you think?
Footer.
Oh yes, he scores.
Oh wow.
He scores. That's arrogance.
Oh wow.
Confidence.
Brilliant.
Nonchalance. Don't forget that he's a defender. And now, Lynch. The one who scored the opening goal, a fortuitous one. Let's see if fortune continues to favor him. Jeremy Lynch. Goodness gracious, what a contest we have here. Lynch scores! Well, well, well. Somebody has to miss tonight.
Contest being so interesting, nail-biting. Wherever you are, that was really, really close. Off the post.
Yes.
And into the back of the net.
We're down to sudden death.
Sudden death.
Whoever misses will go home. Could it be this man? Bromfield? Case Bromfield? Well, well, Mr. Bromfield, you have it all to do. Bromfield steps up, he scores!
That was a far runner.
Confidently.
Very hard kick, confident.
Reno will not let this match go. Now then, substitute Michael Hines. Same name as the coach. Although he spells his with a D. Andrew Hines spells his H-I-N-E-S, Hines. Let's see.
Nail-biting stuff here, Ian.
Codeine Michael. Reno beginning to lick their chops once more. Michael Hines has to keep Harborview in the contest. Hines? Well, well. He scores too. And now, all the pressure is now on Reno. Who's this now? Let's see.
Number 14, Xavier Anderson.
Xavier Anderson. Xavier Anderson.
Pressure is what
Pressure
builds
is on.
Diamonds.
He's under pressure now. Anderson scores.
Brilliant.
Oh, he punches the air in relief, I can tell you that.
Celebrates.
Not one player has missed. And maybe only one player will miss.
Harwood now stepping up.
And whoever that player is, I'm really sorry for that person. Everyone has scored, and for one player to come to miss at this stage will be heartrending. Oh well, that's how the game of football is played sometimes. Who is this now? Damian Harwood. Damian Harwood, you're watching live action here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. Both teams, Harborview, Reno, trying desperately to get into the final of the Flow Champions Cup. Damian Harwood has it to do for Harborview. He kicks, scores! Oh yes.
Excellently dispatched.
Oh yes, and he's relieved. And now, can the captain, Allburn Facey, get the job done? Remember, we're now down to sudden death. All the players
took a
so
while
far,
to
yes,
kick, so
yes.
I'm wondering,
Yes,
is he as confident as he should be? Let's see.
let's certainly see. He has it to do. Once a player misses, ladies and gentlemen, the team will go home empty-handed. Facey scores! Wow.
Points to the skies. Knows that
His work
everything
is
is
done.
here.
His job is done. All the pressure now is on Anderson. Let's see. Damian Anderson.
Defender. Right full back. Walking to the ball. Not looking as confident as he should.
8-7 the scoreline. He must be feeling awful inside. Bundle of nerves, I would imagine. Must be saying, I have to score. I cannot afford to miss.
Legs probably weak.
Yes, he has had a good game. Open play. Anderson for Harborview. He scores. So easy. Oh, so easy. It's now 8-8. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Never.
And look at this now.
Never, Ian.
Vassell, the player, was having a very hard time in the match with the knock in the crown drills. Has now been charged with the responsibility. He can hardly walk to the penalty spot.
Limping.
He's limping. This
Started
might not
out as
necessarily
a
be good.
defender. Was thrown in the attacker's position.
Yes. He does not look fit.
Gave a hard shift. Now being asked to do the job.
I'm sure the Reno players are a little bit worried for him because he does not look fit. But he could not leave the park because they had already used up all their substitutes. Now he has this unenviable task to kick, and he's not in the best of shape. Let's see what he can do. Vassell Scores
Brilliant.
two. And he lies down. Look at it. Oh, he's relieved. He has been in such pain.
Writhing in agony.
And you talk about the character of this Reno team, you must give them marks.
Certainly.
And now the goalkeeper.
Oh, wow.
Barrett will try his luck.
Schmeichel scored on Barrett.
Yes.
Let's see if Barrett can score on Schmeichel.
Well, well. It has been a disastrous night for some goalkeepers. Let's see. Oh, you saved it! And Reno has gone through to the final of the Float Champions Cup. Cody Schmeichel is the hero. Cody Schmeichel is the man of the moment. Reno from Westmoreland celebrates. What a disaster for Harborview.
My. The crowd here on hands.
Have you ever seen
Definitely.
anything like this?
Never. I must say, what a game, what a game, what a game. This Reno team has certainly shown what true character and guts is. Cody Schmeichel epitomizes that because he did the job. He is literally now being praised by the team, held up in that position like hero, doing the job.
Tears of joy. Joy unconfined by Reno.
Wow. My. Harborview must be
dejection for Harborview.
Licking their wounds.
Cody Schmeichel. He guessed right. But you just got the feeling that someone was going to guess right. One of the goalkeepers. But who would have thought that the goalkeeper himself would have been the one to miss? Look at it. This is a decisive one.
Again.
Oh.
Barrett just walking up, not looking as confident as he should. Schmeichel had all the confidence in the world.
Wow. Vintage Reno for you. And it's joy unconfined. Westmoreland must be jumping up and down now. I can just imagine. Well. And so Cody Schmeichel getting all the hugs and all the congratulations from his teammates. Reno gone to the final, having lost two players, the goalkeeper and another substitute. And they were down to 9 players, including their goalkeeper. They could not bring on anyone else. They had used up their substitutes. So this player, a defender on the left full-back position, had to go between the sticks for Reno. And he emerged the hero. He certainly was having a good game on the outfield. And he certainly put icing on the cake there. And you could see his focus. He was praying. And like they say, faith without works. But what a match this has turned out to be. Disappointment for Andrew Bauer-Hines and Harborview. Joy unconfined for Patrick Graham and the Reno team. And so they will move on to the November 17 final. Their opponents will be known after tonight's second semi-final between Portmore and Montego Bay. But I tell you, this has certainly been something. You know, Owen Hill is down. Owen is down, getting ready to do an interview now with Andrew Hines, who obviously would be a broken man inside. But that's how the game of football goes sometimes. You win some, you lose some. In a situation like this, I don't think the Harborview team, having a superior advantage in terms of players on the field, would have thought that it would have come down to this. So let's hear now as we see the other teams coming out for the second semi-finals. But let's hear now from Owen Hill, who is with Coach Andrew Bauer-Hines from Harborview.
We're here with Coach Andrew Boa-Hines of Harborview. Dejected, talk to me.
Well, just the sport, game of football is to get a chance you don't score, then you're liable to suffer, and that's what happened to us.
So you said that Harborview suffered, got a number of chances, had the better of possession and the balance of play was in Harborview's favor. Didn't necessarily score, got a gift. Talk to me about the team.
Well, the Reno team put up a good fight. We had domination from start to finish, but for some reason we just couldn't find the back of the net. And that is the negative of a game, you know. That's the negative when you get opportunity and don't score. It comes back and haunts you, and that's what happened to us. You know, we got the chances within the score, came back and haunted us.
Wow, must be tough. Macaulay Tolo normally gets on the score sheet. Ranique Muir, he normally gets on the score sheet. John Ross Edwards got a gift, a penalty, missed. What is happening in Harborview team right now?
Well, it's not something that is happening that you can pinpoint and say, this is the reason why this is happening and that. That's just the sport. Sometimes you'll have up, sometimes you'll have down. You have a lull in this game, and that's how it is. Reno did good in winning, and that's what it is. It is what it is.
Tough loss. Semi-finalists nonetheless, collecting some money. Surely will do well for the club.
Yeah, the trophy would have been much better, the first title for the season. It would have been a good booster for the Premier League, and of course the purse that comes with it, but that's how it is. Congratulations, Reno. Well done.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome, my brother.
We're now with Coach Patrick Graham. Wow, Coach, fairy tale. Talk to me.
Yeah, well, we work hard for it this week, you understand, and you could see it in the game this afternoon. You understand, after going down to 9 players, you know, the players show character, they stuck to the game plan, they dig deep. I spoke to them earlier in this game that it is not so much about tactics, it's about who wants it more, and you can see this afternoon. You know, the player really deliver.
Watching this Reno team, I always thought it was tough. Tonight proved how tough you guys were. Craig Foster normally gets on the score sheet, but wasn't able to do so. Got one from the penalty spot, started the attack. Talk to me about him.
Yes, Craig Foster, definitely, I believe that he is one of the best finishers in the island. You know, a natural goal scorer. But even though he wasn't able to score from open play for us this afternoon, you can see in terms of defensively, he, you know, chipped in and helped us defensively. You understand? Because even when we go down to the 9 players, you can see him moving himself around in midfield, trying to, you know, prevent ball from going to our defensive unit. But definitely, I believe that, yeah, it's a complete player for me.
Your substitute, number 10, came in. The first kick of the game pretty much got on the score sheet with a very good free kick, and afterwards gave a good shift for you. What was the game plan afterwards? Because your goalkeeper gave away an easy goal. Talk to me what happened in halftime.
Well, in halftime, we said to the team, well, I said to the team that, you know, the goal that Harborview scored, we gave it up. It was obvious that we gave it up. And the only way Harborview team looked like they could score, and that is unless the ball go down the line and they get a crossing and we don't mark. You understand? Because everything for Harborview was just going down the flank. We knew that once we keep our middle of our defense compact, you know, it's somewhat difficult for them to penetrate our defensive unit.
Now in the finals, I must say congratulations, but before so, hero, Cody Michael.
I didn't know he had it in him. You understand? My goalkeeper coach said, Coach, we should take a chance with Michael in the goal. You know,
so this wasn't a planned occasion?
No, definitely not. You know, when he came up chops.
Must say, good win, good performance, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you much, man. Thanks.
Now we're with, I would say, the MVP of the game. Certainly a hero, Michael. Talk to me. Tell me what was going through your head, especially when you stood up to face that first penalty.
Well, this is the second coming for me to go down 9 man with the goalkeeper out, and I stood up and I did it already, and I know I can do it again. You understand? So I proved myself ready.
Okay, when you were on the park, you were playing very good at the left wing back role. Quite a competent defender. But when you went into the goal, what changed? What transformed?
Well, I was looking at the cash prize. You understand? And we really need it as a club. You understand? So I put my heart out there. And I tell myself that I can save anybody penalty once I make the right decision.
Okay, talk to us about the last penalty. Mitchell Barrett versus Cody Michael. What was happening?
Well, I saw that he was very timid. You understand? And his non-kicking foot was pointing towards the direction in which he kicked. And I just followed my mind, and he did kick a very timid penalty. You understand? And I came up big.
Definitely you came up big. You were not only big on the park, you were big in between the sticks. Very, very good game by you, Michael. I must say, you're now in the finals. What will be different?
Well, the finals, we just regroup and come again. As we have a strong goalkeeper setup. We have 3 goalkeepers, and I don't think I will have to do that again. You understand? But the finals will be a very, very different game, and we'll come as strong as ever.
Well, I thank you, Michael. Definitely the man of the game for me, and I think you won the hearts of many here. Continue the good work. Good work by Cody and Michael. That was Michael there, actually the man of the moment, a hero. We now have Ian. Ian, talk to us.
Well, I'm telling you, it will be very interesting to see whether Michael will keep in the final.
He said that there are 3 goalkeepers there, so they don't have a goalkeeping challenge. He'll now play his original position.
But you wonder if any of them can do better than what he did today. Fantastic performance by him. Heart, all heart.
Certainly, and I must say, credit must be given to Reno. They stuck throughout everything. They went down and they pretty much played hard. They really, really played hard. And Harborview just couldn't find the screws to unlock what was a tight defense for Reno. So now they're in the finals, and he mentioned the cash prize. I'm certain the incentive is one that a lot of other teams will be looking forward to.
Well, one can only commiserate though with Harborview because they certainly played out their hearts as well. And it takes 2 good teams to have a good match. And we saw a good match here today. But the stage is certainly set for an exciting second semi-final between Montego Bay United and Portmore United.
Should be an interesting encounter. I'm certain that these teams are hungry for the cash prize as well. And they're looking at Reno thinking, well, they're in the finals, I need to be there.
Okay, so let's have a look now at how Montego Bay United and Portmore made it to this far of the competition, the semi-final.
Seems to me like we're going to the goals.
Okay.
So we'll go to the goals, Ian, and then we'll go to a break.
Okay.
So I'm certain Master Control has the goals for us and the viewers. Let's see the goals now. Yeah?